Exactly.
Oh, he's the It Clown. Oh, no. No, he's not.
You talking about? They would never cover that sexy face of his with It Clown makeup. So how's your week at Dota been, man? You recovered from your binge, QSash, or what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've recovered pretty healthily.
Nice. Good job. Congratulations.
Did you say congratulations? My sound was bugging out when I was opening up Dota because I had to reinstall it onto a broken hard drive.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Gioni is like paying to ruin my MMR.
Pretty fucked up. I would not let him do that if I was you.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna let him do that. I'm definitely gonna keep allowing that.
I think that's pretty stupid, considering how depressed you get when you lose games. I think it's probably a net minus EV decision to intentionally have a shitty time for money, in my opinion.
I don't know.
That's just me.
I think you're overestimating my the negative time. I don't have a bad time when I play Techies. I actually think it's like a good hero.
Well, I mean, that's different than not enjoying it. Like if I were to play Techies, I would literally just lose my mind. I cannot fucking stand playing that hero. It's like the antithesis of how I want to play.
I like it. I have fun playing it. I just think I have like a pretty high chance of losing because I'm not great at it. So
yeah. Well,
although it's bullshit. The 2 games that I did play with Techies, I had like Ink Dota go 1-17 or something on Veno mid, and it's like how do you win that? How do you win when your mid is 1-17 and like lower level than your supports? That's just not a game of Dota.
Yeah.
Like you have to get lucky to win that, and I'm not saying you can. I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna look at a Dota game and be like, this is totally fucking over. It's just like your chances are right. It's like 20-80 enemy, for your team.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I had a game yesterday where somebody last picked support offlane invoker, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna go cut the second creep wave because I was playing Axe. So I went to cut the second creep wave. I dragged it, or I farmed it. Then I cut the third one, and I dragged it to the camp to farm it. And the invoker runs over to me, last hits one of my creeps. The other support TP's in because they're like, oh shit, we can kill this guy. Kills the invoker, kills me. Now I can't lane anymore because both their supports are level 3. And then my team blamed me. They said I played a shitty Axe because I had a shitty lane because my invoker ruined the game. So that's just Dota.
Yeah, I don't know why you haven't. I mean, it's not bad to protect somebody who's creep cutting, but dying is what makes it bad.
It was bad because the other support came because he saw that there was 2 of us there. He was not going to come otherwise. It was just me against a lion, and then their drow was last hitting under tower, so I wasn't going to die. And then the invoker came, and their other support was like, oh fuck, I gotta protect my lion. Really dumb.
How did they kill you both? I just don't get how they killed you both.
Because it was a support invoker with Wex. He had like 4 damage. And they had a Grimstroke lion with 2 stuns.
Yeah, I don't think you guys.
No, I didn't die, actually. I ran away at low HP and had to walk back to fucking Fountain and heal because I had no regen left. So I was level 2 by the time I got back to the lane, and they were both level 3. I was level 4.
That right there is some space created if you don't die.
I don't know. It was stupid. Anyway. Get your timer ready, because we're going to do a slightly different format in this replay review. We're going to do a hard 10-minute limit to each replay and just test it out, see how it goes this week, see if people feel like they get enough value from that. We will not go over 10 minutes, period. maybe a little bit like
Give me 1 second.
5 to 10 seconds over.
I'm gonna
if
fill
we're in
up
the
on
middle of a
tea.
thought. But we are going to try and just make sure that we spend 10 minutes max on each replay so that we don't feel like we want to kill ourselves by the end of 4 hours into the replay review. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll get started here in just a little bit. Oh, there's my video folder. You guys can now hack my computer. Personally, I really wish that people would stop asking questions like, is this hero good? Because chances are, it doesn't really fucking matter. If you like playing the hero in your whatever level games you're at, it's probably fine.
What's up, buddy? You ready to go beast mode?
Yeah. What do you think about this statement that I just made?
Let's hear it.
People should not ask the question, is X hero good ever again? Because it doesn't really fucking matter. Unless you're at like immortal or pro level, it doesn't really matter what hero you play in the meta, because chances are if you enjoy playing it, you're gonna be fine.
If you enjoy playing it, it probably means that it is good
Yeah.
in your bracket.
Yeah.
Just play what you want. Just play off a feeling, I would say, to determine like what heroes. You can look at what other people are picking and the way that they're building it and play it and see if that feels good and see if it's fun.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Basically, if you're having fun, you're probably doing something right, and the hero's probably strong. So, if you're not having fun, then either you suck or the hero sucks.
He probably do suck. We all do.
Yeah. But mostly you, guy who's listening right now.
Yes, mostly you. You're a piece of shit. All right. Leoge is up.
See you later, dude. Rest in pepperonis.
All right.
Welcome back.
Hello. I need to add Leoge. Otherwise, we'll do his at the end. We'll give it like 30 seconds. And if I don't get a response from people, we'll just do theirs at the end.
Sure. I have a timer set for 10 minutes. That will start as soon as we load into the replay.
All right, no response from Leoge. So let's go half Gemini, see if he's here.
Can you pop me over your camera there, bud?
Oh yeah. There it is. Let me
Wait, so did you say that I shouldn't use Stream Dota 2? I should use Share Window Dota 2?
Yes.
Share
for
Window
some reason.
Dota 2? Okay.
For some reason, that's better. Okay. For some reason.
It's probably because the it doesn't pull directly from the capture card, which is already being used to stream the game. Like that.
Something like that, yeah. That's a good call. Okay, so half Gemini, no response. Appearing offline, so low eval. I sent the friend request, also appearing offline, so we might be doing a lot of these at the end here.
Whatever. People will get their value one way or another because the information will still be good. Not mean.
I'm just gonna add. I'm gonna add everybody. King of Hell. Of course, I have King of Hell added. Eddie Mercury. We got again. Code Rad. Why? I don't have Code Rad added to Discord. I guess you don't really need people added when you. What, Danny? Hey, you around? A lot of people are appearing offline. I mean, it's kind of late for a lot of people. I get it.
Yeah.
So who's that? That was Kawa Danny. Yeah. If any of these people come in, I'll get to them.
Any tips on becoming a great mid lane player? Watch Sumail play. Play a lot of mid. Practice your mechanics and laning. Play 1v1s.
I would actually argue Sumail's like a really hard mid laner to emulate because he plays differently from like all the other mid laners. He's like absurdly aggressive, whereas like a lot of mid laners are extremely conservative right now, where they'll just get their own farm.
Right, but
I mean, Sumail's good.
Is probably good, right?
I'm not sure. I can't say for sure because I don't play mid, but I would say in low rated pubs being conservative and just getting a really good farm and then letting your team fuck up or letting the enemy team fuck up would be a really solid way to play. That even works in my bracket. That just works for me. That it might work better for you to be aggressive. That's just something that I've personally found works.
Yeah.
All right, King of Hell. I know King of Hell is here.
Yeah, he messaged me to tell me that he woke up specifically for replay review.
Yes. Okay. So there's the replay. I'll add him in here. This might disconnect me from the call.
Was this the fucking Zeus?
Yes. We're going to get some answers.
Right.
Hello? Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Fine.
Just fine? Just okay?
Yeah.
Not bad?
Not bad.
All right, let's can you see Donnie's screen? Donnie, are you there? Your mic's not I'm not hearing your mic.
I'm here.
Okay, you're there. Okay, cool.
Yep.
How's it going, man? How's Dota been going? You been winning?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's going fine. I actually wanted to review some Zeus games, but I pretty much won all the games, so I didn't want to send winning game.
You and your fucking Zeus, man.
Yeah.
You're a winner.
I'm still trying to get like pulling and stacking and stuff like that.
Have you tried Zeus Sand King offlane?
Well, I don't really get to choose what I have on.
Oh, that's too bad. Really, in Divine, I feel like you could suggest pick Sand King.
Usually when I pick Zeus, they're like, "Oh, you're ruining the game," and they pick like some solo heroes who
That's
can't
been
help
happening
you.
to me too. I've been picking offlane Zeus a couple times in the last few days, and every single time I pick it, people are like, "That is a terrible hero. You're ruining the game. You can't play offlane."
Let's get into the replay, and when you load in, I'll start the timer because I can't go for like 5 hours again, dude.
We're already tangential. Holy shit.
We are. We go on such tangents. Okay, so I guess you probably have specific questions about the replay.
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
I didn't do any pulling and cutting, I think, in this game. But early game was pretty okay. We won the lane. And mid game was pretty okay. I was killing people. And then we couldn't win late. I couldn't really do much.
Yeah. Okay.
Like my team had pretty much 0 damage. I was the only one dealing damage, and I couldn't kill 5 heroes.
We can just skip. We can just skip to like the later parts of the game. Then I actually don't mind doing that because we always talk about laning stage anyway. I think laning on Sky is pretty easy. You just nuke over and over again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's like I don't really know what to look for specifically.
And let's see. Got a Brood, Drow, Dark Willow, Underlord.
Yeah, look at their builds though.
Eggs.
People are doing that.
I mean, I don't hate anything that I see so far.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Look at team fights then. I mean, they couldn't kill anyone. Enemies were too tanky.
So I would say in this game you have 3 heroes that just kind of want to They just kind of want to farm.
Yep.
So you basically, your job is to like probably run around with the Willow, and then the Underlord. I would say you guys probably honestly want to play top. Playing into your own jungle is not gonna secure you much gold. Like you get a kill and it just doesn't accomplish anything. And Underlord wants to be making space anyway. Like he wants to be pushing out a lane. I would say like in this game, I would definitely be instructing my team that like we should be playing top, because like you see that you're like losing a fight here. If you lose the same fight on their side of the map, nothing happens from it. But they're gonna get the bottom tier 2 right now, and the only reason for that is because of where you fought. Like you're not giving you guys have no safety net, but you're choosing to have no safety net when you fight like this, and you don't even want to fight into your own jungle anyway, because you want your brood to farm mid, and then you want your drow to farm like the triangle, and then you just say fuck your jungle, let the enemies have it, and then you take their jungle. And if you do that with this draft, you guys are going to outfarm them completely.
Yeah. Should we have warded their jungle for that?
Yes, yeah. I do not like the wards that are placed.
The one terrible ward that's placed. Also, I want to say that one thing that's kind of important is that this is one of those games where you can't play regular Sky, really. Like, in an ideal Sky game, you want to be, like, hyper-aggressive, fighting super early, like, just snowballing off of kills constantly. But like Jenkins said, you've got 3 heroes that are sort of just kind of in AFK mode for, like, 25-30 minutes. And your Brood would prefer it if you don't come help him. And your Underlord would also prefer it.
Same with Drow.
Yeah, well, all 3 of them. So I think
you have to pick the best hero to play around. Though.
Exactly. So I think that what you should be doing is you should just be following around the hero that's in the most dangerous position and just kind of like sit behind them and then counter gank, basically. Like pretend you're an axe almost and just like counter gank them with damage.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Like you the reason you play around the Underlord is because the Underlord wants to play top, because Brood wants to play mid and Drow wants to play in the triangle. So Drow's going to AFK farm the whole game. She's not going to contribute at all. That's just how Drow functions. At a certain point, she will. But with Broodmother, like if the Underlord gets gone on and you guys are top and you kill one of them, your Brood can actually connect with you through like the enemy jungle. Like if she has webs mid and she's farming their triangle, farming maybe your ancients or your jungle or whatever, like Brood's gonna farm mid regardless of how the game is. Like she's gonna find space to farm. But because she's plays in the mid lane, like you can see where her webs are, she could easily connect to top. But connecting the bot kind of sucks dick for Brood because she's connecting you into a place where there's like no towers.
Yeah,
it's just really bad. Like I feel like everything would go way better in this game if you're playing in their jungle. And I understand that you can't like tell your team how to play. Sometimes they won't listen. But I would say if you just like place wards in their jungle, or you tell your Willow to place wards in their jungle, and you just go there by yourself, it's better to do that than to do this. And then just like TP in when your team is doing dumb shit. But I do think.
I think that this positioning is what you should be doing all the time. Basically.
This is correct positioning, but at this point, like you've lost to Rax. The game is well, you guys are actually you can see like how well this is going.
Yeah, it just went perfectly well because you did exactly what you're supposed to be doing this game.
Yeah,
like what a surprise.
I actually didn't think about that before. Like, yeah, that's a good, definitely good point. Should think about it more.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and I guess my advice for somebody like you play at a pretty high bracket. Like, I think people in your bracket will listen. There will be the occasional people that don't, and I would say it's better to just do the right thing and build a habit doing that than to like listen to idiots doing idiot stuff. Like, if they want to play around bot, then just lose that game, whatever. Like what you're doing now is good. If your team is not going to help you, I mean, they're rushing, which is.
I made a mistake of not having TP, or I would have survived. I knew he was gonna heal up, and I knew he wasn't gonna die, and I forgot I didn't have a TP.
I mean, you take the Roche.
I just wanted to like nuke him and gen TP, and I fucked up.
I think it's whatever. Like you take the Roche, that's where I'd just be like, okay, space created. I mean, obviously you don't just go die, but
it was definitely my mistake.
So. Yeah, look how tanky he is. Dies to the AA blast though.
Yeah.
They're tanky. All of them are tanky, but they don't really kill people. Like they don't really do much damage.
I think you're really focusing on that point where you don't like their builds, you don't like their damage. I don't think that's really the problem in this game. I don't really see that big like. I mean, Wraith King is certainly annoying. Necro's kind of annoying. Viper's kind of annoying, but I feel like it's more of a symptom of how you're playing the game. You're trying to take like these 5-on-5 fights into a team that's like, fuck yeah, fight us 5-on-5, and you should really just be trying to empower your heroes that are good at splitting the map to split the map, and that's how you win the game. This is like
they should not be able to outfarm you. Those heroes don't farm fast on the enemy team at all. It's like Viper farms fast. That's kind of it.
Yeah, it's like even if you guys had like one more item on each one of your heroes, I still don't think that you win 5-on-5s like very easily. It's still going to be hard. So,
well, my opinion on Dota is like, why the fuck ever take 5v5s when you can just split the map and take a 5v4 and just easily, like, even if you have a stronger 5-man lineup, if you have some sort of like ability to split push, which most drafts do, this is why I like Nature's Prophet so much, is because like, yeah, he's a split pusher, but it actually enables you to win fights because the enemy team is dealing with your presence in like multiple areas of the map. Like, this is great. This is good stuff. If you can get the enemy team to respond to you doing shit like this, then like you can go fight somewhere else. Sort of thing.
I usually try to gank like one hero to kill him. That's like how I play Sky. I just build like Aethos, Invis, and Hex, and I just try to kill one guy. So 5-on-5 is not really for me. Like, I don't like doing it.
Yeah.
Just that the way we had vision and stuff, I just couldn't find them usually.
Yeah, I guess that boils like down to, once again, map positioning. Like,
should have had wards in their jungle.
Yeah, exactly, wards in their jungle, and then like exactly that way that you just described how you want to play is good. Yeah, this is like you're being forced to your own side of the map here, and into a 5v5 when like you don't want to, like you said. If you do want a 5v5, I think Kaya Ags is like a really good build.
And to be honest,
for damage.
Yeah, Ags and
To be honest, like, I know that you're playing the 4 position, but if you like to play this pick-off style of Skywrath Mage, you should just get in the habit of buying some wards occasionally, because
you can buy like one ward and just camp it. That's one thing that
it's like the Pudge mentality, right? You just like place a ward where you want to farm kills.
Right, exactly. Like that's one. Oh, sorry.
I'm just not used to warding, and I usually forget.
I would say
like,
it's as simple as like time. You can literally place one single ward and just camp it. Like, it's not even, it doesn't even have to be like a vision warder. You don't have to think about like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like, literally place a ward and then just sit there and wait for some enemy hero, like put on a high ground, wait for some enemy hero to walk in. That's something that I learned from a guy in North America called Big Bad Bird. He's retired now, but he's one of these like legendary NA players where he was like one of the best captains in the region. He fucking invented the whole Sky and Undying thing where you just keep suiciding. Like, the guy is actually a genius. And, well, that's what he does on Sky, is he'll literally just place a ward and sit there fucking alone. Because if you can get somebody, like, walking up a high ground, you'll solo kill, like, a Necro. You could just sit in trees somewhere and then place a ward right outside of the trees and just camp it. And even if doesn't result in a successful gank, then you just have this obscure ward in a place that will eventually get good vision. So it's actually not bad, like, either way.
Yeah, that's a good point. I should really try to camp their jungles.
Yeah, camping wards on like Sky Pudge in particular is amazing. Any of these like ultra ganking supports.
Who do you prefer as an offlaner? Who should I ask for them to pick when I pick Sky?
As a Sky?
Yeah.
Somebody tanky who can stand in front of you.
I would say some like kill hero, like Wraith King is good. Let me see.
Centaur. I like standing with Centaur with Zeus and Sky.
I bet even offlane Sven would be pretty good with Sky.
Yeah.
Sven is really good. My only problem with like a Centaur is that I feel like something like a Sven or oh my god, the timer is really beeping in my ear. Jesus. I feel like with like a Centaur, he's a really traditional like tanky offlaner guy, and I really prefer to have Sky with like a hero who can carry harder, just because like Sky is such a good laner and then can fall off so hard that like I would rather that my laning strength is more abused than a Centaur who's already probably going to have a good lane. You know what I mean? Right. Like I'd rather like have a Wraith King who can carry, or like just some really like overpowered or like carry-esque hero that's going to like single-handedly carry the game. I feel like a Centaur doesn't really do that.
Right. Because you got to think that your
Slardar is good too.
You're going to set a hero up to snowball, so it might as well be a hero that actually...
It might as well be a snowball hero. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, why would you pick it with... I mean, it's not bad with a Centaur. Like, Centaur will do well. But if you can secure like a Slardar, a good game...
Yeah, he'll own people.
That hero runs around like solo killing people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep.
I do really like that. Whereas like something like a Pudge as a support, that hero fucking loses the lane. So like you need to pick like a hero who's gonna win the lane regardless. So you pick like a Doom or a Sand King because those heroes don't lose the lane.
Yeah, I asked because when I played Zeus 4, I got like 800 MMR just playing with Centaur mostly.
Yeah.
And I would like win pretty much every game with Centaur. Zeus Centaur. It was like...
I think Centaur is pretty decent. Like he does carry decently well with a little bit of space. But I don't think as well as like a Mars or a Slardar or some shit like that.
Yep.
I even like played one today. Well, yesterday I guess. And we won the lane so hard they couldn't even come back to lane at all.
Yep, sounds about right for pubs. Anyway,
all right, man.
Timer's up. Appreciate the call in. Hope we helped.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, good points. I should try to get them.
Good luck in your games this week, man.
What?
Good luck in your games this week.
Oh, thanks, man.
Peace out. There he goes. All right. We got Leoj here. Leoj is I will be 30 minutes, he says. Okay. No problem. Cool. Okay. So let me fucking guess. Hockey Millionaire's probably next. Let's see. Eddie Mercury. We got Eddie Mercury. Okay, cool. Dude, I love Eddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury?
No, not Freddie Mercury. Eddie Mercury. It's a fucking difference, okay? Where's my hairbrush? I'll get him in here. Let me pop him in here.
Playing Venge with a Slar.
What up, Eddie?
Venge Lifestealer.
You ready for Eddie?
Hello?
I'm ready for Eddie.
There you are. I need to find somewhere to put my tea bags. I keep putting it on this chair and it's starting to smell, and Ellie's not happy about that. Ellie, I need a tea bag holder quick.
This game's a little bit different, by the way. This isn't a pub game. This is a game I played in Captain Stratford in-house league. So
nice.
A little bit different. It's a little more organized, but yeah. I'll be quick since we're actually sticking to 10 minutes this time. I picked this game because I totally bombed the early game. They cheesed my lane, and I don't know what to do with it. I have a couple guesses what I could have done, but I'd rather let you tell me what I should have done because that's probably better than what I think is right. But I don't know. And I'm also not quite that confident on Venge. Like, I mean, I sort of know what you're supposed to do with her, but not really. So if you could lay out some sort of formulaic way to play her throughout the early mid, I'd appreciate it.
I feel like this game sucks ass to play Venge in, personally.
It certainly felt that way, but yeah.
You can swap people out of coil and cause them to take hundreds of damage.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a bad lane to play Venge in, though, because I think Venge is really good at playing like static, harassing lanes, and Lifestealer also wants to play that way. Like a lot of the time, Venges don't start with stun; they start with the howl.
Yep.
Just for like bullying people in lane and like stacking camps and stuff like that. Because you can see that like you use the howl, or you use the stun once to secure the rune, but then like you're not going to use it again after that. Chances are, like against a Darkseer Spirit Breaker, you would just use the stun to like save somebody. You're not really going to kill those heroes. So gotcha. I would say that the way you want to play this is like go howl first and just howl the creep wave and just beat the shit out of the Iron Shell creeps or beat the shit out of Darkseer. Like if you howl him while he's tanking creeps, he'll take a lot of damage. And then you can like use that to pull, to stack, to pull through, shit like that. This is a hard lane though.
Yeah, you guys are going to get run at, and you just need to keep that in mind. I think that, to be honest, it's probably fine to get out of this lane as quickly as possible. Your Lifestealer should be fine. He can sustain himself. He has magic immunity, and you can stack some camps for Zeus to farm. You can go gank this Necro who dies at like level 3 to Zeus.
Well, that's great advice. So we could skip ahead, because what happens is that we go 2 and 12 in this lane by like 10 minutes.
Okay, I would actually say if you go back, can you go back a bit, Donnie?
Sure.
So this guy needs to just pull these under the tower. I don't know what he's trying to do. There's a Darkseer. You're not gonna like, the lane's never gonna be static. What you're doing here, where you're hitting the Spirit Breaker, this is correct. So you need to basically bully the enemies while they're doing this pull shit until it gets to the point where it's like unrealistic to do so. And that's why I would also go for the Hell, so you can take like the clarity off the Darkseer, and make it so that he takes a lot of damage from cutting these creeps. But he's actually doubling up the wave, so this is a good Darkseer player. Like he knows what to do. So what supports will do, this is why people pick Shadow Shaman versus the Darkseer, is that they'll go and they'll just deny as much as they can, and they'll try to do as much damage to the Darkseer as they can for like literally the first 2 waves, and then they fucking leave. Because that's the reason this hero is so powerful. What you guys are doing right now would be correct against a lot of other lanes. You're never going to get a static, like you're never going to meet up with a creep wave. He's cutting every wave. So what you're doing right now is just like wasting time. He should be, the Nake should just be taking the creeps under the tower. Yep. And the great thing about having a Darkseer on the enemy team is you can have a Lifestealer with solo experience right now. Like he can be soloing this lane. They're never going to kill him. And he's going to just free farm under tower. He doesn't need to regen because he just hits creeps and he gets regen.
Yep.
So literally if you just bully for like the first 1 or 2 waves against Darkseer, it's also really important to stand between the Darkseer tier 1 and the creep wave before they actually meet. So like hit him in front of his tower and just bully him. Like these shenanigans are like really fucking you guys over. You're level 2 and level 1.
Yeah.
This is exactly what like a DS and
you're tanking like 500 creeps right now, which is really bad for you.
I would say this is just unfortunately like a cheese lane, and you guys are responding poorly to their cheese. You're responding as if it's not a Darkseer lane. But a Darkseer, you don't pull the creeps to like another creep wave, or this fucking happens. Your tower's literally about to die.
Yep.
Because he actually kills the waves. Like he's not just cutting the waves and eventually they'll come back to you. Like he kills them. So yeah, it's just a Darkseer game. That's what I would say. At this point, you just leave.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing when you're facing a Darkseer is just to let your carry, like, secure your carry by giving them a ward, maybe give them a little bit of extra regen, and then just leave. Because Darkseer basically guarantees that your carry is going to be able to just completely free farm the wave because they're not even going to fucking be there. So
yeah, exactly.
It's like permission to become a second roamer, essentially.
Right, that's why people pick like Anti-Mage and PL and these really greedy heroes versus a lot of Darkseer lanes. It's because you literally have like this carry hero that's for some reason getting solo XP. It's pretty busted. It's a good way to respond to the hero. Of course, the Darkseer will farm and probably farm faster than your carry, but then at the very least, you can go pressure somewhere else. Like you could go kill the Puck, or you could go kill Necro. Necro's a hard kill, but I'd say your best bet in this game is probably just try lane bot.
And quick question.
Constantly pull. Sure.
Yeah. So you mentioned harassing them right before the first creep wave hits. I normally do that, but I just saw that Darkseer and Spirit Breaker are pretty good at bullying with like charge and the Ion Shell. I thought if I do that, then I'm just gonna get run at, take a bunch of damage, and not do anything. But
yeah, it's true. It's true. So the thing is basically you will get ran at, and they will do a lot of damage if they double Ion Shell on themselves. But if they double Ion Shell themselves, that means they're not Ion Shelling the first creep wave, and they're not like going behind your tower and cutting and stuff like that. So like if you can distract them by essentially using your HP as a resource for your carry, then you're making the first couple of waves like a little bit easier for your carry and delaying like this massive farming spree that Darkseer gets on. So that's why I think it's pretty good. It's not like you're actually going to be able to pressure. It's just you're forcing Darkseer to use a couple of his first Ion Shells on himself in the Spirit Breaker, which kind of sucks dick, because what you want to do as a Darkseer, you want to get to the Soul Ring as soon as possible, and your first 2 Ion Shells need to be used to like get behind the wave and to cut, because otherwise you don't hit like a good Soul Ring timing. If you don't hit a good Soul Ring timing, it means your Lifestealer is going to be like totally free farming here. Like Darkseer is actually kind of hard to get to the Soul Ring with the amount of regen that people currently buy with the Stout Shield at the start. So if you can get him to waste like 2 or 3 Ion Shells just trying to kill you, it's super fucking worth it. You'll delay his Soul Ring by like 2 minutes.
Yep. It's
really frustrating. I've even seen Darkseers in like competitive games go for a bottle, then a Soul Ring, because somebody does a good job at like delaying their Soul Ring timing. So they're like, fuck this, I need a bottle. Because if you're a Darkseer and you're sitting at 0 mana and you've no regen left, like, you can't just run delay and start punching creeps. That's so game losing.
Yeah. And Darkseer is one of those heroes where his timings are so important just for the entire game, because he doesn't contribute anything to the game other than just like split push and some team fights. So if he doesn't have the ability to group up with his team because his items are all delayed by like 2 or 3 minutes, then what does he do? He does nothing basically in the game.
The way... Oh, sorry.
Good.
The way I see Darkseer, Ellie was literally just asking me about this because she plays 5-role support as well. She's like, what do I do against Darkseer? I feel like he always farms. And I said, like, you have to put immense pressure on him between, like, level 1 to 2. And then when it's level 3, he's a god and you have to leave. And you can't pretend as if you're going to win an unwinnable lane and win it. Like, he's just way too fucking good at that point. But he's
like
dog shit.
Or Timbersaw or any
Exactly. Yeah, it's a cheese hero. Like, but he's dog shit level 1 to 2. So you just put like as much pressure as you can on and just be a fucking asshole. Just like beat the shit out of him, use your salve, make them iron shell you, like juke around trees, die if you have to, whatever. Like as long as you're just making the game hard for him in the first 1 to 2 levels, then you can't make the game hard for him. So you just leave and you just try lane bot. Yep. Even if you fuck up the first couple of levels and like you don't pressure him, not leaving is still the biggest mistake. Like I see in this game. Like I still think you could win this game if you just like. If you guys went top, fucked up a little bit, and then you left, but you're kind of trying to recover an unrecoverable lane. I think if you tri-laned at like 3 minutes in, this game would look a lot better.
Yeah, okay, that's another question that I had real quick. Sorry to interrupt. When do you, and this is going to depend on game to game, but like when do you know when you need to leave? Does that just come from experience?
I would say you can definitely feel it if a lane is just unlaneable. Like if it just feels like no matter what you do, they're just doing way more damage to you, and you can't trade with them.
Yeah,
people are gonna flame you for it, but you're gonna win more games by just like leaving.
Yeah, basically, it is definitely a feeling thing, but it's also pretty straightforward. Like, can we kill them, or are they in danger of dying all the time, or are we in danger of dying all the time? If the answer is you're in danger of dying all the time, you probably should leave the lane.
Yeah, and just have your carry play really safe. The great thing, though, about like this setup is that Lifestealer will not actually die to Spiritbreaker Darkseer, and if they do kill him, they'll have to commit a lot to him to kill him. So Lifestealer is actually like perfect in this situation to play as like that sort of just farms under tower hero. The magic community is just nuts. But you're just kind of like food up here. But anyway, like I basically say like if you go through the list of like, okay, what will pulling do? Okay, they'll just kill me. What will laning do? They'll just kill me. Like, can I be aggressive on them? No, they'll just kill me. Like when you have no options, and then you look at the other lanes, you think, okay, what can I do bot? Okay, it's a puck. I can pressure a puck. Or can I pull bot? Yes, I can pull bot. They're not going to kill me. It's like, okay, that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go do something that's not going to result in me just dying.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, my oh shit, sorry.
And to be honest, like I think that's kind of a perfect place to leave this replay, just because this game really comes down to the laning stage. Like you guys really really fucked up in the laning stage, and that's going to impact the game as a whole really poorly.
I guess I want to do one tangent, but Newsham just got kicked off of Team or whatever, so he's been talking to me a lot and telling me like a lot of shit that he learned about laning from like literally tier 1 players. And they have, like, he was explaining to me this like concept of every like 1 to 2 minutes, one single choice can matter so much. Where it's literally like, I'm gonna go bot now, like that. Choices like that. It's not mechanics like, oh, I'm good at last hitting. Oh, I can, It's literally choices like that define the best players.
Yep.
Is being able to just be like, I'm no longer useful here. Bot's the best place for me, and then being correct about that. And then the next 1 to 2 minutes, I'm no longer useful here, but I can kill mid. Just being correct about these decisions, like once every 2 to 3 minutes, and you can legit be like a tier 1 player. It's obviously not easy, but I'm just saying that like it does really matter.
And I just want to finalize that thought by saying, like, if you fuck up the first decision, so let's say you didn't leave, you came back, you died 1 or 2 more times in this lane. Now, if you make the correct decision, it's still better than coming back to the lane time 4, 5, and 6. So you can still recover from a bad decision by making a good decision the next time.
Yeah, the lower and lower bracket you go, the more
chances you have. Yeah,
exactly. Which I know you're pretty high rated, so that's probably why this game felt pretty fucking over after you fucked up a few times.
Yep.
Should have banned Darkseer. No, he's really not playing that well. He's just doing random Darkseer things. Anyway, I hope that helps.
Yeah, it was helpful. I haven't really played against that many Darkseers, so I was sort of clueless.
Yeah,
but
it's a really specific cheese thing, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of all I had, really. So yeah, thank you all so much once again.
Thanks for calling.
See you next week.
Yeah, good luck in your games, dude.
That's fucking rude. Eddie just leaves. I'm just kidding. All right. Leoj said he'll be home in about 30 minutes, like 20 minutes ago. So, do you know Jaoni is a voice actor? He reads for books, audiobooks.
Wait, does he really?
Yeah, dude. Is that like, it doesn't make so much sense?
Wait, does he actually do that for work?
Yes, he legit. No, he legit does that. He fucking legit does that.
That's well, obviously. I feel like we were always saying he needs to do voiceover work or something like that. So
and he's just laughing because he's like, I already do.
Yeah. Doing Code Rad?
Yeah, we got Code Rad coming in hot. Let's see. Let's get him in here. I don't think we've heard Code Rad before.
Let's make fun of his voice.
Okay, that's a good idea.
We got another patron.
Did we?
Yeah.
How much? That's important. Money's important. I'm trying to eat here. Ooh. $100 patron? Holy shit.
Yeah, guys, bust out your wallets, support Dota Alchemy. Feed Jenkins.
I did have the thought. I did have a thought the other day that, you know, Valve, they know their audience. They add in the dodging feature in the battle pass. They add in the MMR double down. And you know, even though I'm broke as fuck, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy that for those features. And I was just thinking, no wonder Game Leap's so fucking successful. They're basically selling MMR. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? Their videos are no better than ours.
I mean, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, they're literally just preying on like the primal instinct of MMR.
I guarantee you that the account selling and boosting services make more money than Game Leap does.
Oh yeah, no, they're fucking preying on it as well.
Yeah.
They all are. We need to prey on MMR more. We need to be like in titles, like the best way to gain MMR, and then the next month, they're like the best way to gain MMR this month. Just like over and fucking over again. Get that money, dude. Holla holla get dollar. You know?
I mean, or I could just make Mordhau videos because that game's way more fun than Dota right now.
What the hell? I'm enjoying Dota. I don't know what you're talking about.
It just takes too long. I don't have enough time in my day to really focus on playing Dota, so I play like 1 or 2 games a day, and then.
Are you quitting?
Am I quitting Dota? No, I'd like to play more Dota. I just don't have enough time.
Okay, I can fuck with that. Code Rad's not here, by the way. So
fuck that guy.
He's a piece of shit. He's a motherfucker. Sniper spamming piece of shit. I'm a sniper spammer. We got Prime Operator next. Our boy from Brazil. Oh, I actually don't have Prime Operator added. What the frig?
Unacceptable. This guy is just a Nature's Prophet fanatic, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I love that. Can't believe I don't have him added. He's been an Alchemy supporter for as long as I can remember.
Yep. Good old PO, dude. Dude, Jesus is on your team? Unbelievable.
I'm ready. My body is ready, says Prime Operator. All right, let's go. Let's get him in here.
Fly in my room. It's so annoying. I can hear it through my headphones.
Jesus. Hello.
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 Hello, Donnie.
What's up, dude?
Hey, what the hell?
Yeah, fuck you, Jenkins.
What the fuck? P.O., I thought we were boys. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? Who are you playing this game? Is this position 5 natures or position 3? Position 3, isn't it?
Yeah, I play him as a core.
Cool.
I've started doing that too.
What do you have any specific questions?
I mean, I think I know what went bad with this game. We played against a very good anti-mage player, and we went late game. I think they made good decisions, and we made some bad fights, and then anti-mage was too big to do anything.
actually think you guys have a really good draft versus an anti-mage late game. Like Terrorblade pretty hard counters him.
Yeah.
Because you just get the 100% illusion of himself. So I do think you're pretty solid to go late game against this lineup.
How do you feel?
You know what I do as a core natures? I go 3 fairy fires. I just go 100% asshole.
That's funny.
That's what I do.
Do you how do you feel about building just a whole bunch of auras this game as Nature's Prophet?
I think that's always good. I think that's the correct way to play natures. I've tried going for like the Orchid drums shit. I really feel like it's not abusing what the hero can do. I really love items that are good for like split pushing and ganking, and then also good for fighting. Like I'm such a Meteor Hammer fan, and I swear to God, dude.
Even on Core Prophet?
Yes. Like I've tried this recently, and I've tried not going Meteor Hammer. I've tried going for Orchid. I really feel like the amount of space that you can make. It's just that if you have a Meteor Hammer and you have a Vlad's and you have all these like supporty items and you're a core, you just have them faster and you just have more, and then eventually like you can have Orchid Nullifier and shit. Like you can eventually go late and have that. I just consider Vlad's and what's it called? Vlad's and Meteor Hammer to be so crucial in the hero. I really like Medallion too. Mm-hmm. It's more of like a fighting item, but it's good for taking Roche. It's good for pushing as well.
I build Medallion every game with.
Love that here. Or love that item. I think that item is fucking insane.
Yeah. Okay, so I just skipped a little bit through the laning stage because it sounds like the problems were more after the laning stage for you.
Yeah, exactly.
From what I saw in the first couple of minutes there, like everything was correct, like that you were doing, which doesn't surprise me.
I mean, you've already taken tier 1 sub 10 minutes, which is great. So now you start feeling pretty free to just be a huge asshole, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I would say you get dust. I was literally just about to say, I would say your play is to go gank the bounty bot and then take that tier 1. Mid's a little hard. Especially against like Alina. I'm curious as to when you took the tier 1 top. I guess this is just like a profit thing. I would Medallion. Oh, okay, you did good stuff. You're doing good stuff. This is good stuff. This is like what I would do.
Medallion the creep. That was
this is like like what you're doing.
Dust. There we go. Nice.
What you're doing in this game is like what my intuition is telling me that I would do as well. I turn the Bassi on. Oh, nice.
All right, so nice. Let's go ahead and skip because this is all stuff that seems to be correct. So obviously no problems here.
Vlad's Orchid. Yeah, this is good.
Except for the Orchid, maybe.
I mean, I like the Orchid. Like,
I think it's really important. It's really important when you pick up the Orchid, right? That's one of those items that it's very specific. You're buying it to counter a very specific hero usually, and you need to have it before they have Manta most of the time, or some Dispel.
Or really late game, or against like supports that you want to Orchid.
Right.
I think
this Lina already has a Yules, and Anti-Mage has a Battle Fury, so I don't know if you're going to get the Orchid in time, to be honest, in this game.
Yeah, I agree that I'd probably rather just see like pushing like maybe like a pipe and you just go high ground. You guys have a gold lead, so you can definitely do like the early push sort of thing.
Yeah, I think thinking back, I think Arcade wasn't a good choice. Maybe if I built a pipe, we could have pushed high.
Yeah, I think so too. High ground.
Close the game earlier.
Yep.
Against Alina, because I mean I built Orchid, but against Anti-Mage, I'm not gonna kill him, and it's just gonna.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it does enough to justify spending almost 5,000 gold on that item.
I think if you guys kill an AM, it's gonna be like that where you just chase him down and you don't need an Orchid, or it's with the Line Hex. Like I think you actually already have ways of killing an AM.
Yep.
There's this weird thing where like, sure, AM, like technically you don't have that much disable. It's kind of just the Lion and like Cold Snap and stuff like that. But if you have a lead, then just pseudo disable or just items in general that give you stats are enough to deal with an anti-mage, because it's just like you can't blink in and fight us.
Yeah.
If we have pipes and crimsons
Yeah.
and shit.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Blink in and fucking die instantly? It's just like you don't give him an option. Then you don't have to kill him. Is the thing. And then late game, like you can get a Hex, you've Line with Blink, Invoker with Hex. Even AA might pick up like an Atos or some shit like that. You have enough pseudo disable, I think.
Yeah, I actually think that the Orchid choice is potentially a really big deal in this game, just because.
Yeah, me too. Thinking back, I think it was a big mistake.
And you know, if you look at their heroes, right, like I think this is one of those games where, like Jenkins said, you actually have tools to deal with anti-mage. You have Terrorblade, you've got Hex online, you have Invoker, who has lots of disable and stuff like that. I think you're better served picking items that are going to fuck with the Lina and the Bounty Hunter, because those are going to be the problem heroes, along with potentially the Shadow Shaman. So
yeah,
maybe even going as far as to just get an early BKB so you can teleport on the Shadow Shaman every time and just kill him every fight. Like, you know, that kind of stuff.
I really like Pipe Crimson.
Pipe is definitely super good this game.
A lot of people have been doing that, and it's kind of bullshit. People will go like Spirit Vessel, Pipe, Crimson, Vlad's, Medallion, and like those are your items. Then people go the movement speed talent. They just say fuck damage altogether. Just let their team go damage, and then they go the armor, and then they go the cooldown reduction, and then TP cooldown.
You're just a beefy tree boy. At that
yeah,
point.
Exactly. Like you TP. It's like you play like a Sand King where you just like enter into a fight. It's like fucking come at me, bro. You know, and then they come at you, and then they waste a bunch of shit on you, and then you just win the game because the enemy team blinks in to commit on a Prophet, who traditionally is a very squishy hero. Yeah. I think it works really well with the treads. Like usually when people do that build, it's with treads.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ways to play Dota, is that, especially in pubs, people are going to overcommit abilities to somebody, and if you just build super tanky survivable items, they're going to use all of their stuff on you, and then you're just going to be like, all right, well, we win the fight because you have no more abilities, and my team hasn't used anything yet. I'm still alive, so good luck.
Yeah, it's in my opinion, I think that is the most effective way to play 3 Prophet. In my opinion, the most effective way to play 5 Prophet is like pure split pushing. But I think to play 3 Prophet, you can essentially do exactly what a Sand King does, except put treants down lanes and push towers and shit as well, without the stun. But it's a trade-off.
I think a lot of people underestimate how tanky Prophet can be. He has the level 15 talent, that gives
10 armor.
More 10 armor.
Yeah.
He has a good agility gain, and so he has a lot of armor.
His strength gain is pretty good too. 2.6 isn't too bad for an int
hero. Actually, he has the second highest non-strength hero strength gain in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's the second tankiest non-strength hero, I believe.
Yeah, he's a fat boy, dude. He has really good stats. Really good stats, actually.
And then he has like the 4th or 5th highest agi gain, so he has a lot of armor as well, like including agi heroes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Let me look up the actual numbers just to make sure that I'm not spouting off bullshit here. So agi gain.
I mean, you can see right there, like the Orchid.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Right, you go into the back lines and then you get disabled once and you're dead because you have 1400 HP. And I mean, sure, you have armor, but that's about it, you know.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet is the highest agi gain non-agi hero in Dota. And then he is one of the highest strength gains.
Yeah.
It's good strength gain. It's not that high, but it's pretty good. It's about middle of the pack, actually. But for an int hero, I think it's the second highest int hero.
So your Invoker's having a bad game, but he has blink ags. Yeah, that's recoverable. Your Lion.
Terrorblade's a hero you want to protect in this game.
Yeah, you just want to, like... I mean, here's the thing.
I think somebody needs to build items to protect him, because he's going, like, straight damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. He died, I think, 2 times against... He was bursted down when he had Aegis, and later in another fight. Just Lina ulting him, and then he died.
Sounds about right. Did you guys know Anti-Mage has the lowest strength gain in the game? 1.3?
I didn't.
That's fucking terrible.
I thought it was something like Pugna.
No, dude, Pugna's up. Pugna's 2. Pugna's not that bad. Most heroes are around like 2 to 3 actually.
Pugna is the highest int gain and the game, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 or something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
5.2. Yeah, Natures is a pretty well-rounded hero. His like agi gain is just nuts now, though.
Yeah, your Terrorblades, you know, he's definitely falling behind, but this is still a winnable game at this point, just because
I would say honestly, like with how you're playing this is like correct for the team fight Nature's Prophet. I would say item build is like the main issue. I think you play this hero really well.
Yeah.
I really think it's his item choices.
Yeah, the item choices. I think I'm starting to experiment a little more with Orchid. I used to go full utility build with Pipe and Crimson, but yeah, totally. Items were the mistake in this game.
I think experimenting with it's good too, because people you will see like mind control and shit build that in certain games, but it's not.
It's like 1 out of every 10, 1 out of every 20 games.
Yeah,
like that.
That's one thing that I realized too. Is it's like it's not an every game thing. It's like this hero has one of the most diverse item builds that you can go, like, period. Like, you should sometimes go Meteor Hammer if you need more split push and you don't want to fight. You should sometimes go Urn into Spirit Vessel. You should sometimes go Medallion if they don't have much armor and no like minus armor. Then you shouldn't go Medallion.
Yep.
Maybe you need a Pipe Rush. Like, there's so many different builds that you could go on this hero.
Yeah,
Fuck, I even think Ag's Octarine is good.
Yeah, I mean, that's just Dota though in general. Like, I feel like that's one of the problems with hero build guides is that people and just people in general itemizing heroes. They see one game of Pro Dota where somebody built one item build, and then they just do that every game.
Yeah,
there's like no context, you know.
Dude, let me vent here. This is why it pisses me off, like reading comments on like the Pudge video, where it's like, this is a terrible example. Nobody gets to safe lane solo Pudge versus 2 heroes with 0 kill potential. And it's like, if you look at every single game that Zai is playing, he's doing the same things on Pudge. Like, the same, when it comes to the lane, like, there are certain things that he's doing the same, but the reasoning behind the decisions that he's making is always the same. But people seem to obsess with individual examples, and it's like, no. You have to look at the concept. Look at the concepts of what Zai is doing and understand that, rather than like, I'm not going to be able to safe lane on Pudge. It's like, no, that's not what I'm fucking saying. Like the sniper video, everybody's like, thanks, man, I'm winning with position 5 sniper. And it's like, that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is you can win with position 5 anything if you're just doing the right things.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, I know, man. And, you know, that's just mentality for everything. It is, if you can flip your mentality to not care about these specific examples, you will fucking gain 1,000 MMR. Not you, Prime Opera. I'm saying like the general you, because I know I think you're already, MMR wise, you're already past that point. If you're like ancient and stuff, I think people are better than that. But I think that is a huge problem, like 2 to 3K bracket, is people are just like, tell me what the best hero is always, and it's like, no, you gotta understand the concept
hero right now.
And exactly. And it's like, depends on the game, depends on the context. Like, the problem is you don't want to think about context. That's the problem.
That's so funny how all. Yeah, go ahead.
The opposite thing, when people, when I start thinking, bro, mind control does this with this hero, and then the person goes, yeah, man, but it is mind control, but it's
he's a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro.
I fucking hate that mentality too,
it's
dude.
So bad. It's such a bad mentality.
Somebody posted that on the Zai Pudge video. They're like, Zai is just pro. And I was like, that's a bad mentality, because I'm showing you exactly what he's doing, and you can do it too. And you're saying, well, he's just pro. It's like, well, that's why you're fucking 2K MMR, dude. Because you're just chalking things up to, oh, this person's a god. No, they're fucking human, and you can do it too. It's it's not easy, but it's like, when are humans doing easy things? We're fucking going to the moon and shit. No, nobody's doing easy shit when you're human. Jesus.
No, that's not even, that's wrong. There's a lot of people doing easy shit who are human, and they're lazy as fuck, and they don't care about anything other than just getting by.
Go for it, yeah.
You know, status quo. If you actually want to be good at anything, you need to break from the status quo and think outside the box, period.
Yeah. You need to actually think. Anyway, that's 10 minutes. We're tangential, as always.
All right,
Prime. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Out.
Dude, good luck in your games, man.
Alright, I gotta take a poop quickly. We'll get Leoj.
Bye.
See ya.
Dude, just squeeze those cheeks together. You gotta hold it in.
No
man.
fucking way. No fucking way. There's the thing. Go get it.
I have to entertain these guys, these animals in chat for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Oh my lord, how am I gonna do that? Alright guys, let's come up with some nicknames for Jenkins, and I want to see these in the comment section below our next video that he makes. Just a string of them. All the names that you can think of for Jenkins. Do I think Jenkins would eat a worm for $10? Probably. Are we playing Mordhau? Is that what's happening right now? Base drinker. Nice. What MMR did I calibrate at this season? Like 4.6K or something like that. And then I proceeded to lose 500 MMR over the next 2 days. Because I was just on Omega tilt the whole time. Who's your favorite? I played like 16 games and lost 15 of them or something like that. It was really bad. Also, my calibrations were I won 3 in a row super easily, and then I played 7 in a row the next day, and I lost all of them. So, you know, that's just what happens. Who's my favorite to win the major? I mean, the cop-out answer is Secret, right? I kind of think it's going to be Secret or... Secret or EG? I don't know. I don't think EG can win. No, sorry. Secret or OG? I think that OG has a good shot at winning this one. OG is a momentum-based team, and they're in Seb's home country. I feel like that's like extra motivation for OG. I don't think that Liquid's good enough to win the major right now. I don't think that their team is weird. They're like, I feel like they're just too experimental with how they play the game. This current patch, it doesn't suit them very well. You could jam with any Dota Pro player. Who would I choose? Jam, as in like play guitar or something like that. I don't know. Probably just Paparazzi so I could hang out with him. How do I motivate yourself to press the play Dota button? Currently, not very well. I would much rather do other things than play Dota lately, so I don't have an answer for you. Is it true that because of where Miracle came from, you can't enter China for TI9? No, that is false. Do you think avoid player option working well and will work till Dota 2 exists?
Dude, if I held that poop in, that literally would have killed me. Like, that was one of those poops. I definitely would have actually died. You know that's a problem, right? There's a word for that.
Damn.
There's a word for it. Physical and emotional changes as death approaches.
All right, let's get into this replay.
Okay, let's get Leogen here.
We came up with a bunch of nicknames for you that are going to be in your next video's comment section.
Okay. I don't believe you. Leo, what up?
What's up?
What's up, dog?
Is it Leo or is it Leoj?
No, I don't care. Literally doesn't
Leoj?
matter.
Okay.
How about Leoj? It's just Joel backwards.
Yep. That's the
Oh,
life
shit.
hack.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Like Kaiser G. Fucking Shroud.
Snicknage. Snicknage.
Easy
That's
with that word, buddy.
Snicknage. What?
All
What am
right.
I saying?
So what do you want us to cover in this replay, Joel?
I felt like a lane went as well as it could given the circumstances. But I was mostly frustrated with after laning stage. It felt like everything just kind of broke down and it didn't seem like there was space for me to be on the map anywhere. Their Ember just kind of did whatever he wanted and could solo kill me. So just I don't know. Just wanted to take a look at it.
And what do you mean the circumstances? Because you guys look like you have a pretty strong lane, even though you're against a Doom Grimstroke.
So unfortunately, that Elder Titan is not actually Ice, unlike his name implies.
It's actually Ice.
That's Ice. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the Ice with an extra chromosome. So not too surprising that he wasn't very good.
Yeah. So he just kind of runs in and tries to bot people. Doesn't really seem to do anything and just kind of chain feeds. I don't know.
Sounds about right. Okay, so what happened with the creeps? How did they get under your tower? That's my question. Let's go back. I want to see that. I was.
Did you guys block?
Yeah, that would.
I think the ET blocked.
Oh, Elder Titan.
I remember seeing him. Yeah.
Oh, that's super questionable.
And then I tried to block their creeps there to keep being in the tower.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then he's just pulling the range creep, which is pushing the lane.
Yeah. So you just go ahead and shove it as quickly as possible.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, this looks like one of those lanes where you need to support yourself. I'd probably go.
I would say,
here.
yeah, you wanna like side pull as much as you can.
I would just go over here, cut these trees with your quelling blade, and just start pulling, and just
let
the Elder Titan lane, and just like pretend that you're support who just gets all the farm, basically.
Yeah, it's better to do that. You'll see like Ritsus and stuff do that all the time, because it's better to have one person doing that than nobody. So you get a kill. That's pretty good. You got to pull the lane back though. This is looking like dangerous territory for you.
Yeah,
they could definitely. They could definitely be like losing this lane a lot harder if you pull the lane back.
Is there a reason that you don't have any points in Berserker's Rage?
People don't. I think that's pretty normal.
Really?
Yeah.
Even against a lane that wants to run you down?
Yeah. It's like so you can just keep hitting them with the attack speed like that.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't play troll, so I don't know.
You definitely want to buy like a stick and boots. This is a stick lane because Doom's gonna keep eating, and the Grimstroke's gonna keep casting his Q. So you can just protect yourself from dying. I mean, a stick is crazy because you can like think of it as like an extra, like 200 HP or whatever, depending. And if you take your current HP and you add 200 to it, like there's no fucking way they have any kill threat on you. So where'd that second wave come from? Oh, did they pull? They pulled the side camp or something?
I don't know. I'm just on player perspective.
It's getting to the point where the Doom is like no longer the harass target. You definitely want to like start focusing on the Grimstroke because I think if he's good and he went for the level 2-pointed Devour where it scales to 8 regen, he's like unfucking killable.
And he has a purple satyr. Yeah, you can't harass this guy.
Yeah. it's a waste of your time
Grim. Actually to hit him.
Yeah, it's just Grim and like farming that you want to be focusing on.
So as somebody who has played with supports like this in my lane as a carry, this is definitely one of those lanes where he's not leaving. You have to tell him, go somewhere else. If he doesn't go somewhere else, then you need to try and just like push the wave out and go farm jungle camps because you're splitting experience and he's not going to stop splitting your experience and you don't want to fall behind. So you need to accelerate your farm in other ways. And this is not one of those lanes where you're going to be able to contest people anyway. So treat it like the mid lane when you're in a bad matchup. Just push the wave, go jungle. Push the wave, go jungle. Push the wave, go jungle. And like that's really all you can do to get your farm in this lane.
I mean, this is going good so far. I would say like if you had a stick right now with the spells that they've cast in the last like minute, you'd be
Yeah, I think I don't buy stick enough generally. Like I know certain heroes it's good against, and then other ones I just kind of ignore it.
I would say like
basically every game you should buy stick pretty much.
Stick at least for laning. At least for laning. Like I really like stick.
Like
it's not even about like the spam. I know people are like, oh yeah, you could spam so many spells. It's more like that gives you effective HP. And if you have the effective HP of like just sitting on a stick, they're literally never gonna fucking kill you. Like they have to account for that. And a lot of the time you'll see pro players just this guy's such a moron, holy fuck. But you'll see pro players like baiting with stick, and then they'll turn around and get a kill off of the stick. It's definitely
and you know the thing is, like throughout the course of a 5-minute laning stage, you're probably gonna get like on average 6 to 8 charges against any lane. It doesn't have to just be the Bat Riders and the Skywrath mages and Bristlebacks. You'd be surprised
how many. I mean, if a fight breaks out, you'll get like 4 or 5 charges, and then that alone is usually enough to like. Here's the thing with Dota is like, the spells and the HP scale like linearly, like they scale in correlation with each other a lot of the time. So like, people who are level 3 and you're level 3 have just enough damage in a gank to like reasonably kill you from full HP. So if you have enough to survive like 15 HP over that, like that's why people get Bracer in the laning stage. That's why people get Sticks in the laning stage.
Yep.
It's just to put you over that threshold where they can't actually kill you. That's why I think like Necro's an innately broken hero. Is that no matter what the game is, like Necro can always kill you. Even if you have like 10 bracers, Necro will still kill you.
Yeah, and you know what's kind of an interesting interaction with being safe from dying is that the game ends up being pretty easy. So I don't mean to say that as like a haha, obviously, but it's just like it's one of those sort of realizations where if you just make that decision, oh, okay, if I just buy slightly more defensive items in this scenario, and Stick is a defensive item, generally speaking, the game just gets way easier because you can't.
I mean,
die.
This isn't going bad though. Like this is not going bad so far.
It's not.
Yeah,
going
luckily
bad,
no one else
sure.
in my bracket knows how to hit creeps. So
yeah, this is like a fine lane. I'd say probably soon. Like when the Doom gets 6,
Leave.
Is when you just go jungle. You just go jungle. It's
like right now.
And then if that guy's feeding down there, like at least he's getting solo XP.
Yeah. I would probably push out this wave and leave. Like I think at this point you're kind of just playing with fire.
Running to the enemy safe lane and killing the Spectre is also a play.
Yeah.
And then playing around up there.
Okay. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. I want to see when you actually leave the lane. Okay, cool. So we're up here now.
The good old triangle. Love it. I actually fucking hate the triangle, not gonna lie.
But you died. How'd you die? Probably just stay down.
Probably got doomed, I think.
Yep.
Doom equals level 6.
Yep, there it is. So I mean, that's just a completely avoidable death.
That's like this is why Doom is such a broken hero right now. It's just like he gets 6, and you have to exit the lane. Like you there's no hero that can lane a level 6 Doom. Like you either need to bring the entire game to him, or you need to like preemptively, or you need to exit the lane. And most people just choose to exit the lane against Doom at level 6, because otherwise you're going to get doomed, and then you can run back to the lane, and he's not going to doom you. But then you're laning against a hero who just has like 45 fucking regen, and it's not either way. It's not really that good.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go 25 minutes into the game. We've got Battle Fury. We've got Yasha. We're going for BKB next.
I do want to say, if you had like 3 Wraith Bands when he dooms you there, you might actually survive. Like I think there's a big lack of like the small efficient items.
Yep.
In your build right now. Like if you want to stay in the lane and you have Wraith Bands, it's actually more acceptable because you'll be sitting on way more HP. But if you're going for like a really greedy Battle Fury build, you basically just sit in jungle all game until you have like 4 items.
Yep.
Like with this build, you never look to contest people in lane or fight. You just jungle.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I think that's a fine build. People do that on Troll.
Yeah, it's definitely fine. I don't know how I feel about it in pubs. I feel like in pubs it's almost always better to go with the sort of like I can be useful to my team in fights earlier. But
I don't know, I feel like people will let you farm, so who cares?
They also might. I think it's definitely kind of a feeling depending on the game. Like
I would ditch your team right now.
Yeah,
I would say
get the fuck out of here. Do not take. Literally, just run as far away from this as possible.
Yeah. I would go like hit creeps elsewhere, because without your ulti, You're not defending a tower or fighting. Like without the ulti, you just say fuck you guys. This seems like a huge throw right now.
Yeah. Leave. Just go
I
away.
was not expecting all of them to be up there.
TP to the bottom lane. TP to the bottom lane right now.
I'd say even like three, like you don't contribute anything to fights right now.
Yeah.
So I would just say like without your ulti, like you should just say fuck my team if you don't have ulti. And if they want to fight and they think it's a good fight when you're not there, then so be it. Make it their bad decision.
Yep. Agreed. I mean, so
it's kind of been like 2 minutes of just like running behind the two tier 2s.
Literally 0 creeps have been hit right now.
Pseudo fighting. Yeah.
Zero creeps.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like when supports do this. I think the only person that should be defending towers is Sand King, and he's actually terrible. So he didn't just sit there with Sandstorm, which is exactly what he should do. He should just sit with Sandstorm, and then Lina should outpush. Your support should just be outpushing that, and then you can TP in and do exactly what you just did there with a TP in, except have farmed, and then there will be bottom creep wave pushed out. The problem is the enemy team has no reason to exit your jungle because nobody's.
All of the creep waves are pushed in. Every single one of them is on your side of the map. So why would they ever leave this area of the map? They know they're stronger. They have all of the waves pushed. And so somebody needs to go alleviate the pressure in at least one of the lanes.
That's the carry's job. That's the mid and the carry's job.
Yep. And if that's you have a BKB. Like you have a BKB, you can TP into that fight and then take a fight with BKB. But I mean, that's the reason that you're so under farmed right now, is that you've been spending a lot of time just kind of like, oh, the game's hard, I'm going to sit in my base. And I know that Ember Spirit is difficult to deal with because he has Boots of Travel and he's going to be, counterplaying you, but you have the ability to clear waves so fast. So you just clear wave and you disappear off the map and you wait for Ember to appear, and then you're hitting jungle camps during that time. And then as soon as he shows, you run to the next creep wave as quickly as possible. You kill that one, you disappear off the map. Like, that's basically how you have to play the game.
You can also just turn on him in ults, and sometimes he'll die. And it's like it's really hard to gank control. I think that's one of the big reasons the hero's like scary right now, is you can just go out push a side lane really far, and if the enemy team like finds you and ganks you, it's like, okay, we need to kill this fucker through his ulti. So you need to bring like 3 heroes.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say, there's like just a severe lack of lane pushing. Like, and I get it. Like, you need to basically say like, okay, my team is just a bunch of fucking idiots, and I need to let them die. Like, you as a carry, you need to be so greedy and just like play your game and use your team as bait and sacrifice them and basically be a giant narcissist. And that's going to be a good way to play if you're a carry, especially with like a Battle Fury.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like, you're up here. As soon as this brown player shows mid, you should just be running to this creep wave and hitting these creeps. As soon as brown shows mid, just go push this, because who cares? Like, who cares if Ember Spirit comes over here? If Ember Spirit's not at this fight, it actually gives your team a reasonable chance to win a 4-on-4.
Yep.
You're happy that Ember Spirit's up here contesting you. That's the whole point of doing this, is that so Ember Spirit is not with his team when they need him to be there. It's, it gets you farm. But more so than that, it makes it so the other team has to split up from being able to just 5-man deathball with their huge gold lead.
Right. They have to deal with you, which actually gives you like opportunities. Like the carry is the opportunity creator, and the other heroes are like the opportunity takers. That's essentially like how Dota works. Somebody needs to go elsewhere and like create the opportunities. So your team could fight right now if they weren't. I mean, sometimes you just lose anyway. But
yeah, I mean,
what you're doing was actually correct. I think you could have pressed your ult. Like, mechanically, there was a bit of a mistake, but the idea is correct. And instead of being at the camp, I think you should be on the wave.
Yeah, agreed.
But like, the idea of being up in that area is definitely 100% correct. And if you die doing it, then fuck it. Who cares? You're still doing good. You're still playing good Dota, and you'll win more games than you lose doing that.
Yep, and you do have buyback, so like, I don't see any problem with potentially even feeding your life away at the top lane.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. That's how carries play these days. It's not, you're not super conservative with your like lane pushing.
Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. Bad Elder Titan play, followed by too slow leaving the lane, followed by not being aggressive enough pushing. And that's all she wrote. Pretty much.
That Titan's an account buyer.
Yeah, he's really bad.
I'm 100% 100% sure.
Any other
Hey, man,
questions?
it's just
Dude?
as good as me, okay? So no flame. Nah, I'm good. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the content you make. Really appreciate it.
No
Bet,
problem.
dude.
Thanks for calling in. Fuck, I need something to hold my tea bag, so other than a can of Red Bull. I'm losing it here. Okay. Let's see. Who's next? Jayori.
How are we doing on time? Are we going over by a large amount every single time?
No. We went over that time by like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Let's get Jayori in here. I didn't mean to be rude and cut off there, says Eddie Mercury. He's such a nice guy, dude. He's too nice. Fucking pussy. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Let's get Jayori in here. There he is. All right, guys. Both ears on your headsets. Put them on. I know I am.
Got my coconut oil right here.
Hello, folks. Dota Alchemy. I'm glad to see you all.
Oh, I fucking love it. Oh my god. I can't hear myself talk because I have 2 ears of my headset on. I'm losing it. What's going on?
Currently I'm still listening to the Discord audio ringing, which is like the worst thing ever to have perpetually going, but otherwise I'm doing great.
Yeah, that's awful.
That's pretty unfortunate.
I don't know why that's happening. Skype does that to me.
I'm just gonna spend the whole time with this ringing going on. It's gonna be great, boys.
It's a test. It's a test of your willpower. See how much you can handle. What's worse, the incessant talking of like the Dota Alchemy guys or this ringing? It's like, oh, give me more ringing, please. Make me deaf.
I'm gonna be singing this for the rest of the night. Holy shit, this is gonna suck.
You wanna
Do you
rejoin
want
the
to
call?
rejoin?
I'm gonna rejoin. Yeah, sorry guys.
No problem. Oh my god, he's Techies. No! No, dude. Oh my god, I can't get away from this fucking Joni Techies.
Okay, didn't
It's
fix
good?
it. I'm just gonna live with this.
Oh my god.
This is
you
my
can-
life now.
You can restart
Okay,
Discord.
so going into this
Nice,
is
high
maximum
five.
tryhard,
Good stuff.
100%, super intense. Are
Mines
you ready
first?
to see some shit?
Is Mines first to play?
Some games.
Fuck, I don't know how to play fucking Techies.
I don't have a stun in my lane for one thing, so it's
Okay.
kind of hard to land the blast off. And if they try lane, you don't want to get them to take your ruin because you don't have mines up.
It's true.
Fair enough.
I know what this is. This is a fucking coaching session for me. This is a Jenkins Learns Techies coaching session right here. He's going to make me play it again on stream.
Yes, for sure.
This is what this is.
Okay, so what would you actually want us to focus on in this game? Do you actually want to coach Jenkins for 10 minutes, or what? How would you like to spend your
That would
time?
be really funny, but no, not this game.
Okay.
I'll come up with a better one to do that.
Okay.
I want to focus on my early game rotations, map control. I want to identify opportunities for me to do stuff on the map, generally make myself useful so people don't flame me in the future.
Okay.
Cool. Who's the core in this one? Is it you or the Abba?
Abaddon.
I would say it starts with the Abaddon for sure.
Okay.
Eventually he wants to leave lane, though, I would think, just because he wants to do
push.
stuff on the map, and then,
Yep.
yeah. I kind of just take over top, I would assume.
I would actually say this game, because you have a drow, what you probably want to do is you take bot, which is like the dead lane, and then your entire team goes top with the Abaddon. Because Abaddon's like a good pusher when you're a core Abaddon, and then you have a Shadow Shaman too, who has Serpent Awards, and an Oracle who wants to fight. So you could like mine up top during the laning stage, and then take bot, because I know that's what Alex does on Techies. He takes like the place that his team least wants to go.
Yep.
And I think that's bottom. Because Drow wants to farm the triangle, which is on the left side of the map. So if your team is occupying this area that you guys are in right now, then that protects Drow. And then
Right,
you being bot will just be a huge annoyance to the enemy team, because that's where they want to go.
Yeah, I think preemptively at like maybe 5 minutes or so, you should spend a bunch of time like mining kind of like the deeper parts of their side of the jungle, because your team is going to want to come up here like within the next 5 minutes or so. And so if you have a bunch of stuff set up for them to play around, then you can leave, and then they get to play around a bunch of mines while you also take up all the space.
That's just fucking hard though, dude. It's like hard to get the mines up ready for that.
I'm just saying, like in an ideal world, I think that's kind of what you want to do.
No, you're right. You're right. It's just
it's time management. You have to learn to do it if you want to play Techies. You have to use it to its fullest.
Yes. Yeah, it's really important to like drop all of your int items and shit when you're using Soul Ring and stuff too. Yep. Because otherwise you won't have mana like 2 minutes later when you could have them. It's really stupid. It's actually really stupid. But you know, this hero's broken, so I don't fucking care. It can be hard. It's also, actually broken.
This lane is hilarious because both of you can deny yourself and come back to the lane with infinite regen over and over if you want to.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. I think it's good that you guys are destroying this lane. Like Abaddon can get the point in the passive.
Yep. This is
and
perfect.
You guys can push the tower. Yeah, exactly. There you go. And then you have the Techies mines too to push the tower. Yeah, this is good shit. Oh, look how aggressive you are, you little fucker.
Honey Badger don't give no fucks.
He really doesn't. Oh!
And he dies. Nice.
Jug died. Oh my god, Jug fucking died to you. Your Abaddon got the solo XP too. That's like arguably good. Okay, there's a Veno down here. Oh my god, you really want to be in this lane actually. Eventually. Like Veno is just a cancer. Okay, so you do TV down here.
Is this too early? This is too early?
3 minutes is a little too early. Like you want to go down here when it's a dead lane.
I feel like you guys could just continue to completely poop on this Juggernaut.
I agree. I think taking the early tower top is really important for like Drow's game and for just how you want to play the mid game.
And
that's of course ultra important.
And the thing is, like, sure, Drow's a good hero Drow's a hero that's good at pushing, but ideally, Drow doesn't really want to be 5-manning yet. You'd like her to just sit in this triangle, and if this tower's not here, then it removes a huge amount of her potentially being threatened by supports. So,
yeah, that's a fair point.
I think, especially when you have an Abaddon as well, who's super good at pushing, and Techies super good at pushing. Then you guys might as well just take it as quickly as possible, and then Drow can go up there.
Yeah, agreed. I think when it comes to like mid game positioning on any hero, it should be dictated by like what your win condition heroes want to do, how they want to play the game. Like Drow wants to farm the triangle, and in order to enable that, Abaddon wants to push top. Shadow Shaman also wants to push top. Oracle just runs behind whatever his team is doing, so he doesn't matter. And then you wanna like play the dead lane. Because you're not useful playing with your team. That's one thing I fucking realized playing Techies is you are not a useful hero to be with your team until it's like later on into the game.
Yep.
But you can still be of great value, like out pushing a lane that nobody else can occupy, and if they come kill you, they just die to mines and fucking you suicide. So they're having a bad one trying to deal with you.
Yep, I agree.
Jesus. Look at you, right on their shrine. What an asshole.
Nobody expects the bombs on their shrine. I don't know why. It's weird.
What I've realized is rune bombs and shrine bombs get people. Yeah, those get people for some reason. Those Techies right clicks. Look at that. Oh, better not run up the hill. Yeah, they're scared. Oh, this guy's an idiot. Okay, never mind. He's just confident in his ability to click.
Yep.
Just kidding.
I mean, hey, last hitting is a skill.
It really is. Oh, dodge! All right, we're just enjoying this replay at this point. Let's fucking skip ahead. Let's get out of this. Jesus.
I will say, like, I don't know if I like the fact that you're rotating so much. Like, if I'm giving you some feedback on the play of this game, I feel like, sure, you're getting some kills, but I think objectives are more important. Because you want to, like, the thing about Techies is he's almost like a tinker where you get to a certain point where the enemy team, like, basically can't cross a certain boundary. And you want to get there as quickly as possible. Like, if you can deny them access to their jungle within the first 10 to 15 minutes of the game, then suddenly they're reduced to farming a very small part of the map with 5 heroes. So.
Oh my god, I'm wasting all of my time on kills and I'm not getting anything done. Damn.
It's not something that anybody but you does in Dota. The least common mistake I've ever seen.
Definitely should have the tier 1 tower top by 10 minutes. Like even Abaddon and Techies.
Yeah.
The tower should die at 5 minutes, I think.
Yes. your mines do so much fucking damage to it, dude.
Well, it's also Abaddon. Like, wow, it has barely any damage taken. Holy shit. Now it's hard because there's an entire enemy team. That's why taking the early tier ones, if you can, like with the dominating lane, is really important because it hits a certain point where like the lanes break down, and then all of a sudden it's not easy anymore.
Yeah, this is now like super unsafe for Drow because Drow is like, I'm gonna sit in the jungle. Wow, Drow is very underfarmed also.
Who cares? Who cares though? Drow, like, that's what Drow does. Drow loses the lane and then jungles the triangle.
Yeah, but it matters because this tower's not down, so she's gonna be in trouble.
Yes, and then you're about to lose the tower too, which is rough. To Venno. Yeah, I would say like from a not techies perspective, because I don't know anything about the hero. Well, not much about the hero. You should definitely take that tier 1 tower as early as possible and then take the dead lane as like a 4. That's a 4 and a 3 thing. Like both of those roles really like doing that. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of us can. Like Sand King's really good at that too. Where you pressure top really hard, you and your 4 take the tower, and then you swap places with your carry, and then Sand King just goes and sandstorms the dead lane. And it's like, come at me, bitch. You want to come down here and try to kill me in my sandstorm? I'm just going to walk away from you.
Right, yeah, but it is important that you take that T1 first so that the top lane or off lane's safe.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like that, there's a reason that like Liquid defends this tier 1 every single game if it's still up at like 10 minutes, because it becomes like exponentially harder to take, and they know that the enemy team is going to commit so much to it that if they have a gold lead and they just defend that tower, there's no way that you can win. Like it can be the biggest cock block in the world to not have this tower.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because it's a tower that you basically don't give a shit about losing really early on if the lane sucks, but if you can keep it alive later, then you're very happy to just like be like, all right, well, you can't come into our jungle.
Yeah, it's also kind of like if you have a gold lead and you know that you're stronger and you just keep fighting that tower, you know that's the only tower the enemy team can fight. Like you limit them to being able to take one objective on the map, and all you need to do is it makes the game really easy.
Yep.
It's super scary, and I think that's kind of unintentionally what's happening here. Is the enemy team is just defending this because they just want to fight. But
they're also stronger than you. So.
That almost always secures you this like huge gold advantage. I'm not sure if you won or lost this game, but I'd say at this rate, it looks like you're probably going to lose.
Yeah.
But once again, it is pubs, and people massively like screw up in pubs to a hilarious degree. So.
One thing I will say is that you're not using your shovel at all, from what I can tell, and that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, you could also be doing the bongo drums, just keeping up the morale of your team.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
no,
but these are things like you'll get better at. You'll get better at it.
You can't pass up any opportunity to dig for something vile or whatever else you find. Den of squirrels.
Even in the middle of team fights.
Yeah, of course. It's the distraction.
If you scared the enemy with spiders, that's space in the team fight.
Chalice literally dug in the middle of a like what $100,000 tournament, $500,000 tournament. Yeah.
Yes, you like that tweet? People like that one.
Funny.
It's like, dude, that is so Dota 2.
Yeah, it really is. We're all just a bunch of trolls at this point.
We really are. All right, we hit our timer.
All right.
Okay, cool. Thank you for the replay. Thanks for the advice. I'm going to take it to heart. And next week, I'm going to have a replay to coach you, Jenkins.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks for being you, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
The fuck out of here, bitch. Just shit-talking people right after they leave. Okay. Souls. All right, Souls, you're going to have to let me know which replay you want.
Please don't be another Techies replay. Oh, my God.
We got Justin Ash. Let me message Justin Ash. Hey, you around? I think he is around. He's messaging me on.
I'll be right back. I need something to drink.
Okay. Yo, what up, chat? Donnie's a fucking douchebag, isn't he? What a plebe. Guy's ancient. What does he know about Dota? Make sure to ask him as much as you can what his MMR is and how and what mine is. And make sure to ask him if it's his main. He likes that. Don't tell him I said that. Just do it. Just ask him this. He's coming back. I can't see the camera, so I'm just gonna pretend I didn't say that. I like the new hero interest screens. I think they're a little extreme, but they're cool. I don't know, good production value. What up, buddy?
We have another replay or what?
Yeah. Let me get here. Oh, that's Jayori still. God damn his name. It's just because he has.
What's up, Cusco?
Do I hear your dog?
Yeah. What do you want, buddy? Hey. Ooh.
Is he named Cusco after the Disney?
Yeah, his full name is Emperor Cusco.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's like one of the funniest characters, dude. He gets turned into a llama, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Emperor's New Groove. Hell yeah.
I just gave some doggo cam. You can see him.
Nice. Okay, we got Justin Ash. I'm going to add him to the call. Got some anime thighs going on. What up?
Well, hello.
How's it going?
Fine, thank you, actually.
Nice anime thighs.
Don't question that, actually.
Those are great.
I just woke up and managed to submit at least one of my reviews. So
Awesome.
today I'm be playing as Abaddon, as a support.
Nice.
Mainly as a post 4, but
Okay.
this guy kind of like fucked the game up because he's supposed to be a post 5 on the safe lane. And
419. My God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Look at this game.
But yeah, I know the game is already lost from the beginning because he fucked up Sky pretty bad. You face like a melee hero at bottom and you still fuck that up. Like for me, it's fucking.
I think you can win. I think you can win any game. I think it's hard for one hero to like completely lose the game. I think do you think if Miracle was in this game, he wouldn't be able to win? I feel like he would.
I doubted that.
Really?
Yeah, I doubted that.
All right.
But I
don't.
Like,
I don't.
Yeah, like right here, I got a couple of my friends to guide me a little bit. So they say to get me some to get Abba some utility items, so I like support. So they asked me to rush Guardian Greaves and then just make any item that that can contribute to the team. So actually, this is my first time playing Abaddon, so it's kind of hard to play as a melee support because I like always play a range support like Shaman, like Lich, and so on.
I think
so. It's kind of hard for me.
I think this hero essentially is a range support, though.
Yep.
Like
so first mistake is you went shield first, right off the bat.
And your item build too. Like yeah. I think that hands down the best way to play this hero is by just spamming Mist Coil, and in order to do that, you need to have a lot more HP and mana regen. And Stout Shield doesn't matter because you're not gonna like run in and tank.
Yep.
In fact, you could maybe even go like Windlace. I mean, that probably doesn't matter that much.
Okay.
But basically, it's like a Skywrath mage. Like it's funny that there's a Sky in this game because like look at the damage Mist Coil does for the mana cost and health cost. It's actually fucking ridiculous.
Yep, 50 mana for 120 damage is just about the best spell in the game for harassing.
That's on a 4.5 second cooldown. That is unacceptably good.
Yeah,
like it's actually unacceptable and will get nerfed. Period. Like this hero will get nerfed next patch.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Because
he's
literally
one of the best 5s.
Literally every single pro who plays Abaddon goes Mistcoil first, and they just use it over and over and over and over and over until they're out of HP and mana, and then they suicide with it, and then they come back to lane with full HP and mana and items for their carry or whatever core they're playing with, and then they use Mistcoil over and over and over and over and over again, and then they suicide with it again, and they do that for the first 5 minutes of the game, and by then the game is over because they've won the lane so hard. Basically.
See, the problem with this shield is that you're going to push the lane. Like, you're going to push the lane into them by using the shield. Which is going to get, like, they have a really weak lane. You should destroy this lane with your 2 heroes, I think.
Yeah, but not when you play as a melee hero against Slark.
Yeah, so basically I just need to spam the Mistcoil on my Sven.
No.
Or should I just like use it for harassment?
Use it for damage unless your Sven gets really low, basically.
Yeah. I would say as a safe lane support, you can use it to heal. Like, a lot of the time, the reason you do that is because you're the lane that's getting pressured, and you'll have like a really good late game carry, like a Spectre or a Morphling, and then you just heal them and farm, and it's like, oh, I'm winning because. But in this situation, like, you have the lane that can pressure. By the way, you can take that Disruptor spell off with Shield.
Yeah. It's also a purge, so anytime Disruptor uses that, you should immediately use Shield on whoever gets the Lightning Strike or Thunder Strike, and then he does no damage. Basically, this lane should be completely destroyed by you guys because you have 2 nukes that do a huge amount of damage, and the only nuke that they have can be dispelled immediately. So
yeah, essentially,
they cannot trade with you if you play this lane correctly. Right now, you should be dispelling that. There you go. Nice job. And then you should also, I haven't seen you click on either of their heroes yet, so you have no idea what their items are. But if you click on Slark, you see he has 1 Tango and 1 Salve, which means you should just be harassing the Slark constantly with Mistcoil. This is not enough regen to be in this lane. He doesn't have a stick. This guy has 1 Tango. Yeah, you guys should.
Speaking of stick, by the way, you should definitely get, like, stick is, other than boots, stick might be the most broken item on Abaddon ever, just because of the effective damage and like healing that he gets from each charge of the wand, and the fact that an entire stick will put you to like in full mana. It's actually nuts. And this Disruptor's going to spam spells on you, and the Slark needs to use the spells to like get away from you. So like if you get 2 stick charges, it's basically like a free Mistcoil, which is once again unacceptably strong. People will go for like the second point of Mistcoil at level 3 for the laning presence, and then they'll max out the shield because at that point the lanes are starting to break down. So there's no longer any purpose in building for laning presence. But the reason that people do it at level 3 is because you're still laning. So the second point of Mistcoil is just because it costs the same amount of mana and does like way more damage.
Yep. And because you guys have such a stronger lane, you really shouldn't be leaving.
How do I
Go ahead.
Literally just like shitloads of regen. Like, you just go like, the thing is, most of the time people play this hero as a 5-roll support, so you lack a lot of like, people just go straight regen. And I think as a offlane 4 support, you could do that as well, because like, you don't want to run in and tank with a stout shield anyway. Like, you're not even doing it in this lane.
Yeah. So
the stout shield is like just unnecessary.
Yes.
I would say like literally like 3 mangoes or 4 mangoes, 1 salve, 1 tango, like 3 clarities. And then you just spam, and then they kill themselves, and you win the game because there's a dead person trying to use a computer.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I actually think this hero is probably not a bad 4, just because he's such a broken hero.
I agree. I think he's actually quite good in this role. Like, he's just really good as a support. He's also really good as a 3. Like, he's just a really good hero in general right now.
He's just good. He's just way too good right now. But you definitely have to do the build. If there's one thing that I've realized recently in trying like Zai's Sand King build and Zai's Pudge build, it's that the individual little nuances of what he does in the early game can set you up to either be fucking useless or the biggest controller of the game that exists. Like, I've played like 8 games of Pudge since watching Zai play Pudge, and I've won 7, and the only one that I lost had an intentional feeder, and I still went like 12-6, because like, that's how much the little nuances matter. Is that I wasn't doing the little things that he was in the early game, and now I am. It's like, I can't fucking lose with the hero. And I think Abaddon's the same. Or if you're not going for that second point to Mistcoil at level 3, if you're not buying regen, if you're not miscoiling first, if you're not getting a stick, it'll just result in you not snowballing the game when you could. Like, these enemy heroes should not have a lane. They should be like slitting their wrists right now.
Yeah,
So my mistake here is like not buying regen and not
It's the
buying
build.
like
It's the-
clarity and stuff.
Yep. It's literally just the build and the way that you're playing the early game. Because the way that you play the mid to late game on Abaddon is really easy, actually. You
Yep.
literally just run around and save people. It's so easy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, so it's not just your item build. It's the fact that you actually haven't cast Miscoil once on the enemy team. You've done 0 damage to them with Miscoil.
But you can't spam it that much when you don't have any regen. Is the problem? Like,
I mean, you still get what, like 7 casts out of it before you have to suicide,
and then you can kill yourself,
which is an absurd amount of damage. It's like 800, almost 900 damage that you're doing to them.
That's actually insane when you think about it like that. It's legit. Like, his entire mana pool with Miscoil
is 900 damage.
7 times 125.
120.
That's the 120.
Yeah.
So 900 damage for your entire mana pool. Look at the Slark's HP. Look his HP.
680.
Dude, you'd kill either the Slark or the Disruptor with a level 1 Miscoil. Dude, this hero's nuts. This hero's actually nuts. He's so good.
So anyway, like, this is where another thing that I wanted to say is that you spend a lot of time with the lane just kind of like in this nebulous spot right outside of their tower. When you have access to the pull camp, which you can pull, except it looks like you blocked it, which is also quite unfortunate.
They blocked it.
Oh wait, yeah, they blocked it. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you should probably deward this and be able to pull the lane back, because no matter how good you are at pressuring, if they're able to just sit under their tower and you can't dive them, then it doesn't matter.
I actually do think, though, with Abaddon Miscoil... Oh, he's gone. He's out of here. He's fucking done with their shit. He disconnected.
He's still... Did he leave
I guess
on
we
purpose? Let's just continue with the replay analysis.
No, he's offline now.
Oh. Okay.
You were saying that the lane is just not in a good position.
Yeah, it's not in a good position. I definitely think that your heroes can fucking dive them, but I don't know
And then also...
I don't know if you can dive them necessarily at this point, because you didn't play the lane well enough to be this far ahead. Like, this Slark he's nearing the point where he's okay, and that's not good, because he should be like level 3 with no last hits.
Yeah, and then also you didn't secure the bounty runs at the 5-minute mark. That's just like something I always see with lower rated 4 rolls, is that they don't secure the bounties. Like, each bounty is worth more than a kill, so
yeah,
it's extremely important that you get those. It's like you can easily push the lane too just by shielding it or Sven cleaving the lane.
Yeah,
but you have to be thinking about it. Like, literally, all I can say is think about bounties. That's it, because you just didn't think they existed. And the Disruptor just got 2 free bounties when he shouldn't, and it secures them this like huge gold lead.
Right. I also don't think that Soul Ring is good on this hero. I think you should just go for a Bassi. I think it's really important that you just get passive mana regeneration. Like, you're already hurting yourself.
Hey Justin,
Yeah.
We'll quickly cover the 3 things that we talked about. We basically said, number 1, we think you should have pulled the lane back and dewarded the camp, because the lane is in a constantly like shitty position for you. We think that what was the other thing? Shit.
You probably could be diving the Slark, but you're not far enough ahead anymore because you played the lane so passively up to this point.
The thing that I said was that at the 5-minute mark, the Disruptor just ran and got the bounties. Like, you guys literally just didn't care about bounties, so you just need to think about them, because they're worth more than a kill. Yep. Like, depending on the heroes you kill, like, each bounty is worth 2 kills to your whole team. So it's like, it's worth trading both of your lives for both the bounties, actually.
Yep.
So you need to get those. And then Donnie was saying that he thinks that instead of a Soul Ring, you should go Bassi. I agree. I think the hero doesn't really need that much mana regen. He does such a low mana pool. I find that stick Bassi is enough to like sustain any amount of spam. Your
mana costs are quite low on all of your abilities, and so if you just have passive regen from a Bassi, and to be honest, if you go like Bassi, stick plus an urn, then you're never going to run out of mana for the entire game.
Oh god, yeah.
And
on Sand King, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like, the basic itemization of Abaddon. So I asked my friend like, "Hey, how do you itemize this early game?" And he suggested me, "Hey, get Soul Ring because you can like spam Mist Coil and you can spam Shield more when you got the Soul Ring."
I think
Right.
Soul Ring's like generally a pretty bad item, just because ever since they changed it so that it costs so much HP, it's like
Yeah.
it's only specific heroes that have a shitload of HP, like Dragon Knight, like they have the built-in HP regen.
Yep.
They go for it, or heroes like Darkseer that literally can't function without it because no amount of mana regen other than a Soul Ring can sustain a Darkseer, and he builds into HP regen items anyway. So, but
Yep.
on like Abaddon, you're going to be running around like super low HP with this Soul Ring, and you don't even need it.
Yeah.
Is the thing. But anyway, we hit the 10-minute mark like 5 minutes ago, I think. Anyway, so
Dude, you gotta be more
Yeah,
on point
okay.
with that. All right,
Well-
thanks for the replay, dude.
Okay, thank you, Jenkins and Danny for the replay review. Yeah, I tried to play Abaddon, so this is like the best Abaddon play that I have.
Hey
yeah,
man,
give it
So
another
go,
go. Like, try the new build. It's really good. You'll understand when you play it. It's like, oh my god, this shit's insane.
yeah, just go watch like Puppy play it or somebody, one of the pro players at MDL. There's a bunch of 5 players playing Abaddon at MDL. So
yeah, I haven't been caught up to MDL. Like I'm busy with work, so yeah, I got a lot of free time now. So we'll be probably watching MDL.
nice.
All right, thank you for the review, guys. Great content and so on.
Thanks,
So
man.
have a
man.
nice day.
See you
See ya.
later.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Souls in here. He gave 2 replays. Classic fucking Souls. We're gonna do one.
When the thing goes off, be like, all right, last thought.
Okay. I forgot to put the timer for that one. That's why I. Hello. Oh no. Oh no, I can't hear you again.
Broken.
Souls has this mic issue where his mic doesn't work sometimes.
Rest in pepperonis.
He says 1 second. He's switching mics. And then we have Hawkillionaire, and then we have the offline replays.
Cool.
We did Code Rad, right? Oh no, we didn't. He was not here. We did Leoge though. Okay.
Hey, we're coming up to 2 hours streaming, so a little bit better than usual.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. We only have 2 more call-ins after this, or sorry, 1 more call-in after this. Take a fucking wild guess who it is, and then we have the non-call-in folks.
Cool.
Let's see. Is my mic?
There he is.
There it is.
There he is.
All right. Well, the second game is probably the more entertaining one. It's with your friend Henry from Raw Dota.
Henry.
He had a low priority match. It was like 5 a.m. and needed a 5th player. So
Let's do that one. Let's do that one.
I mean, which one do you want to learn from, or do you want to just like meme it up?
I like Willow, so I'm trying to learn her. So I'm trying to see, in a really high MMR match, I actually feel like I did pretty well. So if there's something that I can improve upon or some concept that I missed, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I feel
Sure.
like there's stuff that I can learn from every game,
I was playing low priority with him last night too.
Oh, Henry.
That's a chocolate bar. Dude, he is dropped. I had a drop, but I'm recovered now. I'm back to rank 500, which is not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah, he's been losing his mind lately.
Yeah.
As soon as he was like, I'm getting 7K by this date, he started fucking tilting his brains out. What a
Turns
surprise.
out that's not a good attitude.
Yeah.
Maximize that middle screen there on Discord. Is there any way to do
Double
that?
click on the little icon.
There we go. Excellent. Awesome.
I just made my thing fucking huge and just saw my face. Got tormented. Henry from Raw Dota? From Raw Dota? Like what? Raw Dota is him, isn't it?
Yeah.
That always confuses me. And people are like, "Oh, dude, I like your stream. You have a good stream." And it's like, isn't that just me? You're just saying you like me, which I appreciate that you're saying that, but my stream is just me. All right, let me reset this.
A stream is also chat. It's also just the environment that you create.
I guess that's true. it's a weird thing. We live in a weird era. Anyway, let's focus on this replay. So you started with a bunch of regen.
Do you give any regen to Henry?
Jakiro should do that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Henry's girlfriend, I think.
Yeah, it is.
So she's gonna support the shit out of him, just like she does in real life.
Right.
Emotionally. Apparently not emotionally enough. I shouldn't say that. That sounds like a shot fire, but that was just joshing, you know.
So it was Clutch, who's like ranked 200 some, I want to say, on the Pango, and then don't know the guy on Arc Warden, but he was a top 1,000 ranked player too. So
I would say you probably don't need this many mangoes on Willow. Like, the hero has one of the best base attack times in the game, so a lot of people will go for like Orb of Venom or even Blightstone and just fucking beat the living hell out of people, because no hero can outtrade you just because of how good her BAT is. Her look how nasty her animation is. It's disgusting.
It's way too good.
You hit them like 7 times before they hit you once. So people just go like tons of HP regen to trade, which is good, and I like that you have that, and I like that you have the mantle. But you might even be able to go for like a second mantle or just a bunch of Iron Branches and Fairy Fires. Did they tell you to come top?
Yeah.
I figured, because that's like a really Pangolier and
Clutch
Henry
wanted to solo, so I went top.
Yeah, that's a super Pango thing where it's like,
and then I was just
you don't do much with Pango.
As many camps as I can this game for Meepo.
Yeah,
perfect. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
in a tri-lane especially, because like there's going to be a lot of downtime.
I want to ask you a question. After this game, did you feel like, damn, I should be at this MMR?
Yeah.
No shame. I love it, dude.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah. Playing in a team environment, very different from solo.
Especially when you're being captained by somebody who actually is that MMR.
There was no captaining. Nobody told me what to do, really. Like, this was all me.
Well, we talked about this, like, we talked about this recently, but like, literally the difference between like immortal players and Archons and shit is just the ability to make every 1 or 2 minutes like one really good decision. Even like one really good decision in the game where it's like, let's camp this high ground. We're going to win right now by killing this person. And then you do it, and then you kill them, then you...
Pause here real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Continue your thought, because I just had something.
I'm kind of done, but I guess I'm just saying that, like, individual decisions, like Pango needs to solo the lane, that actually is what differentiates good players from bad players. Is like being able to make those decisions yourself. Is what I'm saying.
I had a game earlier today where Shadow Shaman, we were playing Sand King Techies, and Shadow Shaman rotated top at like level 2, level 3, and we just shit on the AM, and he got Battle Fury at 25 minutes, and we ended at 30.
Yep.
And just having the tri-lane there, the aggro tri-lane, won us the game and let our
exactly
solo versus a dude.
Yep, exactly. Yep. The best players will do that in like every single game.
They'll make they'll make the best.
Yes, yep. That's one thing that Nusham was telling me after playing with like Envy and Brax and stuff, is that like what differentiates the tier 1 players from the tier 2 players is the tier 1 players will say, let's wait here right now. You get a kill, end the game right there. And it's like that player gets invited to teams because they can make those calls.
Right.
Yeah. So right here, the Arc Warden was saying don't stack the hard camp because it would be too difficult to take. And I countered with, we have a Meepo and a Pango and a Jakiro. Like, why can't we triple stack that? But he is a top ranked player and he didn't really answer me there. So I was wondering what your thought was on that.
My thought on that would just be like, if there's a core this is only when cores are actually good, but if there's a core that actually knows their hero and they're telling you something, then it's for a reason, and it's because they need that hard camp to enable their game. So I would say listen when somebody says that.
Yep.
When it comes to like, I was playing with this guy last night too, but like when it comes to like bad players saying that, sometimes they'll be wrong, and but generally it's like, a core player should understand their hero better than you. So if they're telling you something, it's because they're the Arc Warden specialist. you're not. That enables their game. You just need to trust them. And that's okay. There's nothing that you can do to learn every hero perfectly in Dota. You can't play every single fucking hero because a patch will change. It will change the game, and the hero changes, and like they need something else to enable the game. Like for instance, if a Drow says, "Hey, go stack the ancients for me," or "Hey, leave this area," like that's not what old Drow would say, but new Drow's like she wants.
Hey, fuck off and let me have top.
Exactly. Like you have people who are specialists with certain heroes, and you just have to trust them. And if they make the wrong call, then it's the wrong call. But it's like he needs the game too. It's not just Meepo that needs the game. And if he needs that hard camp, I would say you just got to trust him. I don't know because I'm not an Arc Warden player. It doesn't sound like that big of a deal to me.
Also,
but if my core player is saying that, I'm going to trust them.
I mean, and here's the thing: even if it's the wrong call that they're making, like just do it.
Let them.
Like who cares?
Yeah, let them make it.
You know, go stack a different camp. What's the big deal? So you get slightly less farm because you're stacking a medium camp instead of a hard camp. At least the guy's not pissed at you.
Yeah, I just left it at 3. I think it was 3 or 4, but yeah. And then I saw it was 4:30, so we double stacked at 4, and then I headed bottom for bounties and spat up with Pango.
Yeah, this is good. Fighting on the bounty rune timing, perfect. Like that's a great time to make a rotation.
Yep.
You could have stacked that camp, by the way. Just saying, but it's like such a small thing.
That's we're talking about stacking camps.
Yeah. But I would say like once your Pango gets 6, you want to just start playing around him because he's the hero who wants to run around like killing people. Arc Warden doesn't want to fight. Meepo doesn't want to fight. You probably will fight on Meepo just because it's a low priority game and you can probably stomp him. But Meepo can like connect with you. That's the thing is like generally you'll have some like Broodmother or random hero mid where like they want to be half farming and then like you fight with the offlaner and your other support and then the mid connects with you afterwards. That's generally how games go. And then you just have the carry completely on their own. You just play as far away from them as possible. Like where this Arc Warden is perfect and where you guys are is perfect. You're just and then you take mid while Meepo farms. I'm guessing Henry told you to take mid.
I actually asked him if I could.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Getting some levels is definitely
7 minutes. I'm really low. I figure he wants to take some of those stacks. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time to get some levels. You can see that your like net worth is significantly increasing because of the stacks that you made, and you're getting experience mid. He's getting experience in jungle. It's good.
Yeah, so good rotation so far. Did you have anything like specific that you were like, I didn't feel good about this?
I actually felt really good about this whole game. Like, I was just wondering if it's like due to the
now you go bot,
and I don't know.
Now you go bot.
You're wondering if you're actually being held back by your teammates. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
You're not. Like it's never the case. It's actually never the case.
Yep.
Sure.
It sucks because I wish I was like a 7K player already, but I'm not there until I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way I feel.
It. I will say I've gained like 100 MMR today.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. I think you're getting better. Like from what I've seen in your replays, I think that you're getting better. I think you have a really good attitude for getting better too. Like I don't doubt that you will get good, but you're not yet at this rating. Oh, that's just the bottom line. And I'm not 7K yet. I'll be there. I'll get there because I'm like you. I'm increasing as well, but I'm not there yet. I can't know that I'm there until I actually get there.
Yeah.
You know.
And
usually when
MMR is always in flux. Like depending on what you ate today, how long you slept, like what's going on in your life, you'll play like anywhere from 500 to 2,000 MMR different than you would depending on other circumstances. So, you know, just keep that in mind that the MMR game is basically a very, very long grind, and even if you gain 100 MMR today, you very well could lose 500 MMR tomorrow. Like if you're like Jenkins and you just binge queue all night, or you could just simply lose one game and then quit, and then you're like, wow, I probably just, you know, technically gained 200 MMR because I didn't waste my time losing my games after that.
I gotta say, the less you can lose in realizing, oh, I'm making this consistent mistake that I need to solve, and then quitting Dota and going and thinking about it and solving it in your head and then going and applying it, the faster you'll gain MMR.
Yeah.
Like, if you can minimize your losses while also learning, that is the best way to win MMR in Dota. Is because, like, sometimes, okay, our timer stopped, but I'll finish my thought. Sometimes in Dota, like, I'll play 20 games and lose all of them. It's like, fuck, this is my fault. And it took me so long to realize that it's my fault that I'm now losing. And there are things that I'm doing now. And honestly, I'm playing worse than when I first started losing. I'm playing worse. I'm playing with shittier players. My mentality's worse. And if you can realize that on the second loss instead of the 20th, I mean, that's easy math. Right? You know, it's like you'll win a lot more than you lose.
Yep.
Which is why I think coming to like a coaching session, that's a fucking perfect mentality. I need to do that. I need to go get coached by Newsham. We keep talking about it, and I keep going to bed, or he keeps streaming or going to bed. But it's like I'm trying to get coached by him. I should just go get coached by him, so that way when I fucking play, I'm good again. You know?
Yep.
I take my own advice. That's what I need to do.
Yep. All right, dude. Thanks for the replay.
No problem.
Peace out. My team sucks. The classic. Let me see. Donnie, if you had to guess who are next?
The hockey.
Of course, it's hockey. It's always hockey. It's hockey time.
Hi, dudes.
Is that what you predict he's gonna say?
He's gonna say, "Hey, bros."
All right, let's hear it.
Hey, my bros, something like that.
Hockey. Where's he
Hello.
at? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Hello? Well, I was way off.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us.
All right, well, he figures that out. I need to go check on my dog because he's freaking out right now.
Oh, the sound's probably going through.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 69.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, hello, hello. Gotta open my window. It's boiling fucking hot in here. About to boil my balls. Yo, what up, Hockey?
Hey, dudes. How are you?
Oh, there you are.
I don't know what was just happening.
Donnie predicted what you would say. Hey, dudes. He knew it. He's
Hey,
gone now.
dudes. Yeah. hey, my dudes.
Yeah. You knew it, dude. You knew it.
Yeah.
He's gone. I think his dog was like dying or something. He's coming back.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
what-
Cool. How
What
are
up,
you, man?
Dondi?
Up.
He said it. You were right.
Hey, Bruce.
No, he said, "Hey, dudes."
Oh, hey, my dudes.
Yeah.
Hey, my dudes.
Holy-
That is nice.
the hot
Perfect.
classic.
The classic.
All right.
Holy
What's
shit.
going on?
You're Legend 4 already. What's going on, man?
Yeah, he is.
Nah, I'm not. I'm Legend 1. No. So, I think what's confusing is
Oh, no. We lost him again.
Oh no.
down here for a week. So, we just got
There it
one
is.
computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
You-
So, this
you're-
is actually, like, we're just sitting together playing Dota. And he actually plays heaps of Earth Spirit. So,
Jenkins!
he was trying.
What? who are you with? You cut out.
Oh, okay. So I'm with my mate in Sydney.
Okay.
I'm staying down in Sydney at his place.
Cool,
so we
cool.
just got one computer. He's like another Dota fan. So we just like
Cool.
so we're hanging out playing Dota in
Fuck
his
yeah,
house.
dude, that sounds like a good weekend or week or whatever.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. But so this is actually his replay. Because I didn't have an Earth Spirit one, but we're trying to learn Earth Spirit. But he plays a bit, so we just thought we'd put this one because it's
Okay.
I didn't have one up.
Okay.
But we'll
cool.
just going like ways we can get better.
Sure.
Thanks.
First
Makes
off,
sense.
hello, hockey's mate. How's it going? Second off, holy shit, I can barely. This is so pixelated to me. Did you switch the servers, Donnie?
No, it's still on East. Your face is pixelated. I don't know what's going on. Let's go.
What is happening here?
Let's go to Central. See if it's better.
Oh, that's better.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, it's way better this week for some reason. It's okay. Maybe we need to set it on a server that's halfway between Australia and where we are, which would be like South Africa.
It's
Okay,
very
first-
it's very laggy for you now. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Let's power through.
Okay. First and foremost, I would say that using the high 5 cooldown as somebody that you don't know has a battle pass is a big mistake. So you roll in, try to steal that rune. That is most certainly correct, and hashtag worth it.
Yeah.
However, I would say that I think you can position earlier on their side and with the Necrophos and possibly even kill them because it's a Drow AA, so they're like ultra squishy. You guys can I don't think you necessarily need to go for the steal. You can just fuck them up.
Yeah.
Like if you guys walk around the right kind of area, this Earth Spirit hero is like insane at level 1, just because of the
question. Am I wrong in thinking that Stout Shield is good in this lane because it's gonna be really hard to hit people?
Yeah. Okay. That's also another like distinction is that basically people on Earth Spirit they'll go for like an Orb of Venom if they want to roam more and they think that they're just going to be running around getting kills and they don't need to like tank damage, or they'll go for like Stout Shield and a bunch of regen and they'll just trade. And I think this is probably a trading lane because your Necro needs like a bodyguard to stand there and protect him.
Right.
I definitely
Stout
think.
Shield if you're sticking in lane.
Yeah, Stout Shield for laning, Orb of Venom for roaming, or for like if you just don't need a Stout, like if the heroes aren't going to harass you at all, or if you just like. Let's say you're laning against like an Ursa. A Stout Shield's not going to help you against an Ursa. So what's the point? You just go for like a bunch of regen.
Yeah, no.
Right, and yeah, neither of the other lanes are really gankable anyway. And
love the pull. Love the pull. By the way, that's good.
Agreed.
Nice pull.
Yep, and then you kind of hang out here and just sort of protect it and try and steal the last hits and just waste their time. So.
Yep. This is good. Just stay in like XP range. Yeah, this is good. You're like. You're fucking with 2 heroes as one. This is a efficient trade.
Go get that last hit. Nice.
If you had a Stout, you could just be bodying the Drow right now and beating her ass. Oh god, tower shots.
That was a little unfortunate.
I do gotta say, if you have a Stout and 2 Tangos and a Salve, you can do shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
It's actually fine. Because now you have to walk all the way back to base. This is the part where you're not effective.
Yeah.
For like a minute at least.
This is like almost game losing as an Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
Fully.
Definitely want to roll to get back to base.
Yeah, just use your rolls, use your stones, get there as quickly as possible so that you can heal up and get back to lane. Because right now, you're going to come back to lane to the point where basically you can't pressure them anymore because they're too high level. So the fact that you spent 25 seconds walking back to the fountain and healing actually potentially makes you ineffective in all 3 lanes, which means that you basically have no impact at all.
Yeah,
absolutely. Give me your bottle, you fucking moron. He has a DD though. Ooh, that's a good gank. Unfortunately, you're not level 2, so you can't like kick him back into the ember.
Can't kick him into the tower.
Yeah.
That's a rough life. Once again, I honestly really think this all boils down to like build.
Yeah.
Like I don't see anything that you've done like massively wrong other than like you built so that you can't really function that well in the bot lane unless they're ultra out of position and you kill them, which is possible. I mean, it's a Necrophos. I mean, is Necro really a killing hero? Not really. He just kind of sits in lane and sustains.
Yeah, but what you really should be doing is having the Necro shove the wave under tower and pulling the lane over and over and over and over and over. And then you get really farmed, and Necro gets farmed, and then once you have a couple levels, then you just dive them over and over, and they die, and they feed, and they quit.
That's what we were talking about, sort of how you're saying. It, like, you said, like, when they're out of position, but to put them out of position, like, you'd want to be pulling the lane or at least getting pull the wave to get it, like, them over here or close to your tower so that then you can mess around with them. But while the lane's sitting right in front of their tower, it's hard to roll into it and harass them.
It's not happening when it's there.
Yep. I do like that you bought a stat shield. I think it's still probably good to have at this point. And you probably
can do shit like this. You can kite the creeps there, which is exactly what you want. You want that earlier. Like the earlier you can get that, basically the higher chance you're gonna have of winning Dota as an offlane. It's like the That's why people cut the second wave in like almost every competitive match that you see. That is most certainly getting nerfed, cutting the second wave, and I would recommend it in basically every single game now. Like I'm just seeing it in every single competitive game. Is
cutting the second wave.
Cutting the second wave. It's fucking stupid.
How
It's fucking
you
stupid.
talked about pulling it behind the tier 3.
Yeah, on Dire side, people are even pulling it behind the tier 2 because it's hard to pull it between the tier 1 and the tier 2 on the Dire side. And I'm seeing people pull it to the tier 2, and it's like it's that good. It's stupid. It's stupid, and I'm 100% sure it's going to get nerfed, and you should probably abuse it while you still can.
Yeah. No, it is best.
But the concept behind that, is still going to be true in Dota in the future, even when it gets changed. It's just that if you can deny an entire wave and pull it back to your tower by any means necessary, that's going to be good. You can do it by pulling creeps to the jungle like this, hooking creeps to the fucking jungle with Pudge. Like, there's infinite possibilities,
Yeah, nice. You said to start with the stat shield if you're in lane trading, you want to stuff around, which you're saying you'd have to with the necro per se in this one. But would you say once you do start to roam a bit to then get an Orb of Venom, or is it a bit too late to get Orb of Venom?
You can get like a casual Orb of Venom. I think that's not. I think
casual.
That's not it's
that's
casual.
Off the cuff.
yeah, a little bit off the cuff. And then casual boots too while you're at it. Yeah. We're just chilling here. Nothing committal, nothing serious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why a 4 couldn't just get an Uv later on. Like if your goal is to slow people down and gank.
You can see that it is actually hard for Necro to sustain here, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is just a Necro thing, but also the fact that it's a Drow AA, and they're both just like intense right clickers. They just slowly like right click you down.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do.
So the best thing to do is like just try and get it close to your tower so that you just can deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that as soon as Drow is not directly under her tower, she's extremely vulnerable to dying.
He just feeds.
Yeah,
that's the way she goes. I like the Bracer. I really like the early Bracer. I think that's super good for laning. I like that on Tusker or Spirit and anything like that.
Yep.
If you could roam more, I would say Boots is good, but I mean, it's a Kunkka mid. That's like a super hard kill.
Yeah, you basically can't roam on Kunkka. I definitely think you should go mid now and get experience. So hopefully that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If Ember's roaming.
Yeah. So these are the considerations that you're saying to think about. So to look at your mid and go like, is he gankable? If not, then build more towards a laning period. As opposed to roaming.
I would say every 1 to 2 minutes you want to think okay, with these spells and items, who can I actually reasonably kill? And if you look at Kunkka, it's okay,
just go, nah.
maybe in a 1 in 10 chance, but that is such a terrible risk.
Yeah.
Drow? Oh fuck yeah! The only lane you want to be in is this bot lane.
Yep.
Yeah. And so you may as well just have the.
Yeah, I think I heard you saying something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
that's something
saying with pro teams do something if it's a 60% chance they won't do it or something. It's got to be a definite.
Right.
Is that what you've been saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's
the best.
Basically, they'll take. Yeah. Basically, they'll take only the highest probability plays and ignore everything else. And if the play isn't extremely high probability, they'll just do something safe until it is. Because at a certain point, your hero will be strong.
Yep.
At a certain point, you hit level 6 and it's okay, well now Kunkka can die.
Yeah.
Your level 6 changes. That's why every 1 to 2 minutes you need to think about it. Because at a certain point, any hero in this game dies to you. It's just right now, it's only the Drow.
Yeah. I actually want to just kind of rant about that just for a second, because today I watched Liquid play against Pain, and in game number 1, Liquid was down 15-3 in kills or something like that. And the casters were talking about, and it was just talked about over and over and over. Oh, well, Pain, they just they won the early game so hard, and it was just basically they were just saying that it was all Pain's fault that they lost, not giving Liquid any credit for understanding that the game state was literally just we just wait until 25 minutes, and then we hit one time and we win the game. It's you just have to understand when you're strong and when you're not, and then if you fight when you're strong.
Casters tend to do that, not understand the game at all.
if you fight when you're strong and don't fight when you're not strong, you're probably gonna win every game of Dota.
Yeah.
We hit our timer, Donnie.
All right, get the fuck out of here, boys.
Don't I get a double session? No, I
Patreon?
Yeah, tell your mate to go subscribe on Patreon, and then we will.
No, he,
Get
yeah,
out the
100%. He thought he has, but he's on the wrong tier. He's on the lower tier. So he went to he went to put the replay in, and I'm trying to show him where, and it wasn't there because he's on the lower tier.
Gotta get out
Sign
that
up,
wallet, man.
sign up, mate. Get the wallet out. Nah, nice dudes. It was good to hear from you.
You too. Keep it up, boys.
All right, dudes. Catch you later.
Fucking
All right,
clowns. Jesus Christ. All right.
We got to get invited to like Castellan in Australia.
Do.
Go meet this dude.
That'd be fun, man. Aussies know how to party.
Yeah. My cousin lives there. Gotta go visit her.
Is she hot?
She's married with 2 kids.
All right. Well, I didn't ask about that.
I know, but I'm giving you a justification for not answering a question about.
I'm just saying, like, you didn't answer my question, so.
Because I'm not going to answer a question like that.
My mom is hot. I'm going to admit to you that. You know, I'll let you know. She's got nice knockers.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. People say she's a MILF.
Send me a picture on Discord later.
I'm not gonna go that far. Send a fucking picture of my mom.
All right, give me the next replay, dude.
She's an absolute saint too.
I didn't say anything about her not being one.
Okay,
maybe I want to just appreciate a saint.
Okay.
A lot of people hang up pictures of saints in their house.
That's true. That's true. I appreciate that you appreciate my mom's sainthood. Okay. Yeah. You're one of the few people who gets it. And that she has nice knockers. All right, I'm going to add half Gemini here. And then I got to copy and paste this too. Let's see. Where are we at? Spamming Abaddon 5. Still do want to improve, especially the mid and late game. Really felt like you were winning. Hello, half Gemini. Yeah, where's full Gemini at? Hello?
What about 3/4?
I prefer quarter Gemini. 3/4 Libra.
Oh, this is Fart. Right up your alley, Jenkins.
Fart. Oh yeah, dude, that's a good name. That's good shit.
Fart Star.
Yeah, dude, have you tried like Fart 69 or anything like that? Or Fart 420 Fart or something? He's probably tried it, just doesn't like it.
About 420 Liddy Fart. Fart lit.
Fartlet? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. 420 Fartlet? I like that. All right.
Yeah, Fart's Bay, dude. Great Bay.
We can't hear you, Fart. We can't hear you. I'm going to fill up some Sprite Zero, which apparently causes you to have your hunger hormone stimulated, makes you hungry. Which is not good. Also, fat people just drink diet.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, what up, dude? Jenkins can't.
Hi, I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Position 5 Abaddon.
Yeah, I've been spamming position 5 Abaddon, but I've been having a hard time, especially during mid game.
Okay.
And late game.
So we'll take a quick look at laning stage, and then we'll go to the mid and late.
Okay, sounds good.
But your build looks good. You got a bunch of regen. You got the ability to just spam Mistcoil.
Yeah, I got that from your reviews earlier.
Nice.
I've been looking at your stuff lately.
And have you been winning with position 5 Abaddon?
Yeah, especially with Jakiro.
Hello, boys.
And Abaddon.
Nice. All right, so we've got another position 5 Abaddon.
Loving it. Love this hero.
You have who's your core in this lane? Is it a carry witch doctor?
Yes, apparently.
Oh, that does taste like Sprite, real Sprite.
So it's a carry witch doctor, Jenkins.
All right, you fucking lost.
Yeah, it's I have no idea. He first picked, and then the rest actually picked other squishy heroes. So he just decided that he wants to go carry, and then
yeah, I'm not trying to lie to you. This is like a 20% chance to win on like a good day. This is unfuckable. What is this?
Yeah, but I felt like we were actually winning up until mid game. Until
that's exactly.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That's because you have 3 supports who are very good in the early game with their damage output, and then they fall off once the other team gets items. So
we still can use this replay to give you good advice, though. So we'll try to do that. I would say what you're doing right now is very game losing, and it has nothing to do with what's visually on the screen. It's the fact that you're sending the courier out to bring yourself useless items when you could buy like a stick, you could buy items from the side shop, and now your mid doesn't have the courier.
Yeah, that's also the fact that you have not used Miscoil on the enemy team once. It's only been to pull camps and heal your teammates.
Damn, dude. Sprite Zero really tastes like Sprite.
Nobody cares.
All right.
But yeah, I think that the thought behind what you're doing is fine. I definitely think that pulling the lane back and then making the drow play up and then spamming him out with Miscoil is good. This is all fine.
Yeah.
You're in a tri lane, which leaves your Pugna alone. I guess that's also probably fine. So I don't know. This is probably just a lane where you are gonna end up just getting kind of farmed because was that a rooster?
Was that an actual rooster, or was that is somebody playing Breath of the Wild or something?
I don't know. It's really pixelated here on my part. What do you mean by rooster? I didn't see any rooster.
I heard a rooster.
I heard a rooster also.
I thought it was in your background.
I don't know. I haven't heard the rooster.
Okay.
But maybe from outside. I'm actually living in like a squatters area in the Philippines.
Okay.
Just temporarily. So there are chickens
around.
Oh my God. I even found a turkey once.
I definitely
There's like a lost turkey before.
I definitely hear a rooster in your background.
I heard a rooster.
Anyway.
I heard a big cock in the background.
Anyway, I think that basically you should just be spending this lane because the lane's so weird and because the game's so weird, you should just try and get as much farm as possible in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of getting the farm through pulling the creeps because if I don't pull the creeps, the witch doctor might die.
That's correct. You're doing the correct thing.
Have a kill lane.
You're doing the correct thing, but you should definitely look to get aggressive every time that you can because these heroes are very squishy, and you guys should be able to kill them with your 2 heroes.
Yeah, if you maledict and then miscoil twice, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, they die. They die every time. It's like pull, be aggressive, pull, be aggressive, pull, be aggressive, and then at a certain point, drop a safe lane ward. It's super pixelated for me. Maybe we should change the server.
All right, we'll go back to East.
All right.
Oh my God, what's going on? Frozen. Okay, we're gonna go to West.
Oh, there we go. That's
we're
better
on West.
Is that good for you?
Yeah.
Gemini?
I can't see. Oh yeah, it's fine now. It's okay now.
Discord is just whack, dude.
It is super whack.
But also, I think right now you should probably just go suicide to their tier 2 tower.
You can also tank neutral creeps until you're really low HP, and then just use the miscoil. That also works.
But you have very low mana, so you should probably
kill yourself. Just kill yourself somewhere.
Yep.
That's also why I would say like a stick is really good because it'll just it'll sustain you. Abaddon gets double the usage out of stick because you use your HP and your mana for your spell. So like when you get the wand charges, it gives you more than it gives other heroes. Stick is just a nuts item on this hero. I would say like stick before Tranquils in almost every game. I would say stick before boots. Stick before boots.
Yes, agreed.
The hero's 330 movement speed. I don't even think you need boots.
I think that your first 2 items should be stick and a Sage's Mask in every single game, aside from regen.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I haven't tried that. I'd have to try it to like know for sure, but that sounds good. Like that does sound good.
I have tried it. I've played a lot of Abaddon, so that's what I.
That is such a bad argument every time you say that. It's such a bad argument.
Okay.
I'm not gonna believe it until I play. Like I have to play something.
That's fine. I'm just telling you that I win a lot with doing that.
Yeah, that's ancient.
What's this MMR?
What is this MMR?
That's my MMR for solo was 2.5. Actually raised it from 1.9 watching your videos.
That's fucking awesome.
That's
in like 3 weeks.
That's great. I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That makes my day to hear that. Fuck yeah.
It really helped a lot.
I would say that the most common mistake that I see people make as a safe lane support as a 5, I can't see the timer because it's pixelated again, but it's always a 5-minute mark. It's always lack of contesting the bounties, and at that time you should be sending up 3 wards and placing all 3 wards. 1 to protect the safe lane, 1 to be on the shrine, and then 1 in mid.
Yep.
And is the timer past the 5-minute mark?
Yeah, it's
so 1 on the safe
Okay.
lane, 1 on the shrine, and 1 for the mid.
Yeah,
Correct. If you do that in every single fucking game you are 5, your chances of winning will double. Well, that's not possible if you have a 60% chance of winning. It'll increase significantly.
Go up a lot. Yeah, so
it'll go up a lot.
You want to place a ward like here, here, or here, so that your carry knows what's going on. You want to place a ward right here, which is good, so you can see people rotating, and then you want to go ward like here or here, so that you can potentially look for a kill mid and secure bounty or secure power runs and stuff.
The great thing about the 5-minute mark is that there are 3 wards available, and that's the bounty run spawn, and that's usually the timing where your carry's like, get the fuck out of my lane anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like, it is the absolute timing. Like Donnie was saying a couple of replay reviews ago, like Owie does that in every single game because it's that good. So you get bounties, you make a rotation mid, and hopefully you can gank at that point. Like a lot of the time, the enemy supports are rotating at that timing too. So if you're an Abaddon, you can counter a gank mid, and then also getting the wards down. So it's like you're doing all of these good things all at once, and then that's typically when like the laning stage breaks for you. You usually pick a new lane to go to at the 5-minute mark.
Also,
you choose the same lane.
This is really important. Witch Doctor is not your carry. Period. So you should not treat him as if he's a carry. You can treat him like he's a core, but he's not your carry. Your carry is Invoker in this game, and he is your only carry.
Oh, never thought of that.
And the only way that you're going to make space for Invoker is if you group up with your Pugna and start pushing towers. So you should look to make plays with Pugna and keep Pugna alive while he's playing aggressively so that your Invoker can farm and carry the game. Because otherwise you have literally a 0 chance of winning.
That's kind of what I'm saying about like the 5-minute mark. It's at that time that you want to reevaluate where is the best place for me to be on the map, and it's no longer the top lane. Yeah. Sometimes you have no place in the other lanes, and it's unfortunate when that happens because you'd like to leave the top lane, but sometimes that occurs. This is not one of those games. I would say that's like 10% of games that you want to go back to the safe lane after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, that's when you want to group up usually with your other support and your offlaner, and you just run around the map like owning towers.
Yep. Especially when you have an Abaddon and a Pugna together. Like those two melt towers. So
okay.
That's definitely
I can hear the chicken again, sorry.
That's fine.
That's an aggressive rooster, man. That rooster's going ham.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I usually go back at 5 because whenever I tried ganking mid, we just don't get a kill or anything.
It's not about getting kills.
But is it okay just to
It's not about ganking. It's not about getting kills. It's about starting to pressure towers. The kills might happen, but that's not why you're going somewhere. You're going because it's no longer effective for you to babysit this Witch Doctor because he's not an important hero.
And he doesn't need the help either. He doesn't need help. So it's redundant to be here. And then also like putting wards down and just putting your presence in an area is usually like what a rotation is about as opposed to kills.
Yeah,
that's one thing that like I had to learn playing competitive is that like my rotations don't need to result in kills in order to be successful.
Yes.
If they result in a tower or if they result in the enemy
What is going on with Discord right now?
Rotation to make. And that's why I think like going mid is good because you'll put yourself there. The enemy team will be like, oh, fuck it, Abaddon! They'll run away and then they won't farm. And then that's fine. You don't need to get a kill, you know?
Yep. Contrary to popular belief, kills are one of the least important parts of this game.
Yeah.
Along with exceptional last-hitting abilities. It's mostly about strategic decisions.
Right. I've actually seen a lot of people in chat when we're looking at these replays
criticizing last hits.
And I'm just like, I don't give a single fuck about these last hits.
Unless it's a range creep last hit in the first couple of waves. That's the only thing that really matters.
Yeah, like if it's just some... Like, last hits are not hard to hit anymore. They don't matter anymore. The timer popped, by the way, but I want to finish this thought. Last hits don't actually matter anymore because like everybody's using spells to secure them anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not fucking hard to last hit when you have like 200 damage in a spell or you're Pudge and you have Rod and 20 HP regen. It's not hard. What's hard is making the strategic decision to use spells to secure those last hits because better players will do that. So if you're not using spells to secure last hits, better players will. They'll outlast you. last hits are not about being like more impeccably timed anymore. Dota has passed that point. So it is not a valid criticism to say, oh, this person can't last hit. It is a valid criticism to say you're not trading spells to last hit. That is a valid criticism because you're not doing a concept correct in the game. But you don't need to be good at last hitting. You just need to know basic last hitting.
Yeah, and I think there's a big misconception that people are like, oh, well, Arteezy has 1 million last hits at this point in the game because he's so good at last hitting. It's like, no, he has that many last hits at that part of the game because he's playing carry correctly and he's pushing waves and then jungling and then pushing waves and jungling like you're supposed to be doing. It has nothing to do with his ability to impeccably last it. He's good at last hitting.
It's
for
the
sure.
1 to 2 minute decisions thing we talked about. Every 1 to 2 minutes, he's making the correct decision.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't be in this lane anymore. I need to leave. Okay, now the enemy team ganked that lane. That's why I left. Now I can't be here. Like he's the best at making those decisions in the world. Like hands down, he's the best.
Yep. All right, dude. Thanks for your replay.
Thanks so much for that.
Yeah, good luck in your games, man.
Yeah, I'll just give an update in a while. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, let us know.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Every single one of these servers is complete dog shit. I don't know what's going on.
What did I just do? Oh, I invited him to a fucking server, esports. Whoops. I accidentally clicked that. I'm seeing it good now.
Okay, it's good now for me.
Well.
Yeah.
That is abysmal grammar, what I just did there.
Yes, it is. All right.
All right, let's see. We got, so I believe what we just have left is 3 replays of people that aren't here. Let me check one more time. So Kawa Danny's not here, Loey Val is not here, and Code Rad is also not here. So we'll do all of these without our boys. I'm just gonna put them all in here, so that way I don't have to go back. Let's see. There we go.
And I mean, you can set the timer arbitrarily if you want, but usually we end up.
Actually, I can only put 2 of these. Unfortunate. There. Okay.
Whoa,
so
this is a novel. Holy shit.
Yeah, they all wrote novels. God, dude, alchemists are such nice people.
Yeah, they are.
Every time somebody calls in, it's like, fuck, this guy's a great guy. It doesn't surprise me with the comments we get either. It's just always been like a positive. There's the occasional like morons, but then you go and they're like posting on like everybody's page being morons.
Yeah.
But like for the people that are constantly coming back and you see them commenting on every video, it's usually like support players, people who are like positive in pubs.
Yep.
Except for Hockulainer.
Yep. Toxic ass motherfucker.
He has one at TI though, so it's like it's hard for him.
All right, let's hop into this one.
So Kawa Danny says, "Hi Alchemy, 1.7k Grimstroke. In this game, we had 2 fights in the late game that went wrong and lost us the game. In each case, our Viper died and we weren't able to fight without him. Each time he died, he would flame the rest of the team, blame us for not helping him. I think I did my best to help save him, but in some cases, I would spam. I had no mana to do something that was on cooldown. He would still flame. Can you tell me if I missed something I could have?" All right, so it looks like Kawa Danny specifically gave us some time frames. And he wants us to look at that, so we'll give him that. We'll take a look at those fights because I feel like, you know, if we're doing this 10-minute replay review, then we'll give him like exactly what he wants, and we can tell him like if he could have done more.
Agreed.
I feel like that's a solid play. So we'll start the 10-minute timer, but I believe we could probably just talk about the 2 fights.
Yeah, agreed. I'll skip to the mid game.
If I was coaching you, if we were doing like a full coaching session, I would look at your early game and probably tell you shit that made it so that you didn't have to make the mistakes later on into the game. Wow, this looks like a bot match with how people are just like 5-manning. Okay, so let's.
I don't know what the timings are though, but here's.
It's 42 minutes and 48 minutes.
Okay, 42.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go 41-40 because that's kind of the lead up to the.
Yeah. Okay, so it's an even game.
They're up.
You have been raxed.
They're up by a lot of kills, but yeah, they've been raxed. They're probably just taking a bunch of fights on their side of the map, to be honest. Because, I mean, none of the waves are pushing.
Problematic to have 3 people just down here out pushing this. It's not necessary. You guys could be over there helping. Like, Viper could have been pushing that solo.
Yeah.
Basically. He clears the creeps without
really
you
fast.
just as fast. Yeah,
yep.
He just puts the W down. So that lasso actually could have been a kill if you were there to silence, I think. Nice ulti, nice double silence.
Seems like a pretty good fight so far.
Yeah, seems like a good fight.
And then you guys are going to chase onto their shrine and
All right,
fight into
now,
buybacks.
Now is when you leave.
Yep.
You used all your spells. You have no ulti on Grimstroke. You have no ulti on Warlock. You have no ulti on Batrider. Your Void died. Crystal Maiden bought back. You could maybe kill this guy, but you want to fuck off afterwards.
Yeah, you can go for this because you have Atos. You got some spells left. I would definitely Atos this guy instead of letting him run away. But he dies because he fucks up his armlet toggle. And yeah, now you just say, leave. Let's go push out the top lane, push out the mid lane. This guy's going to go back in. And to be perfectly honest, you fucking leave him. Just leave him. Well, no, I don't know.
Actually, this is not bad.
Yeah, you guys could probably win a fight because they don't have Lifestealer. If Lifestealer buys back, then you need to leave.
Because he died, you can go.
Yes.
But the moment he buys back, which is going to happen because this fight went poorly, you leave. So he's going to buy back, you're going to run into the shrine, he's going to kill you, and that's your mistake. And I can tell you that's going to happen because
we can see it happening.
Because it's happening.
Yeah.
So let's see. Keep chasing into the shrine.
Okay, we got a kill on CM. You get grabbed by Storm.
Storm goes in. Where's the Lifestealer buyback, man?
No buyback.
How does this fight go?
Yeah, how does this fight go badly? Okay, there's the Lifestealer.
There it is.
I feel like you still win this fight because Storm's about to die.
I think so too, actually. I think this is actually still a good fight.
Yeah.
Just because they've chain fed. He didn't buy back soon enough. You definitely want to Spirit Vessel that guy.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Now Storm buys back.
Okay, now you leave. Surely, right? Yeah, now you leave. You have no mana.
The shrine is up.
You have no
mana.
mana.
It's 3v3. You gotta use your items, man. You didn't use Spirit Vessel in that fight, and Centaur has like 2,000 billion HP. Leave your Viper.
Yep.
Leave your Viper.
Run away. Run
Leave
away.
your Viper.
Run away right now. Too late. Now you're dead also.
Well, you can force Glimmer.
Okay. Somebody needs to deal with your mid wave. There's tier 4 is taking a lot of damage, and they've been getting hit by creeps for the last like 30 seconds.
That was good, actually. That was good.
I don't see any problems with that, to be honest.
I see no problems with what you did. You ditched your idiot. Good.
Yep.
AFKing to type to him, that's a mistake. You're typing to him, telling him to fuck off. That's a mistake. You gotta get these lanes outpushed.
Yeah.
Whenever your team is dead.
Yeah, there's no time to type in Dota. That's why you have a mic, and generally speaking, after your Viper dies like that, probably just stay quiet.
Yeah. But this has been correct so far. You went in as much as you thought you could. Enemy team chain fed. You took advantage of it. It looked bad. You fucking got out. Let your idiots die. That is correct.
Yep. Okay, so next one's at 48, right?
Yes.
Sorry, did you have anything else to say about that part?
No, I'm just. All I was gonna say is you can glimmer and like force to try to save your team, but you want to do it from a safe distance and like.
Against the Storm, that's pretty hard. It's basically
pretty hard. Yeah, it's like the Viper running into their shrine is the mistake, and it's good that you ditched him. Yep. Like that, he's making a mistake, and you don't want to.
You don't want to compound it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just killed all of them. You guys keep winning these fights. Let's see.
Ults have been nice. I'm loving the Grimstroke ults. These are on really good targets.
You guys have almost all of your resources. You don't have Warlock or Chaotic. You have Chrono and 20. You're pretty low on mana. I would suggest buying a bunch of Clarities because you don't seem to have quite enough regen to sustain how much mana you're using all the time.
Honestly, I just get Travels and just say fuck it.
That works too. But yeah, you need some way to sustain your mana.
So you guys are raxing them?
Team's going high ground. I would run there now. I wouldn't farm this next wave. I would run to your team.
You can shoot the wave and then run.
Yeah, because Storm is coming up.
Probably should have done that before.
Yeah.
Like, you should have shot the last wave and then ran there.
Yeah, you're not there when your team is fighting, so they're actually taking a 3-on-3 right now.
Shit. I just tried to drink a Red Bull that has a fucking tea bag on it. That's disgusting.
I think that if you're here, you probably kill the void. You probably kill more of their heroes, and your void doesn't get quite as low. Yeah, this is actually your fault. Right here. So you need to recognize, you need to be looking at these death timers.
Urgency. The word is urgency.
Yeah.
You need to be urgent about, they're dead for 30 seconds. We know they don't have buyback. It's a small window. I don't have time to dick around down here. That's the thing, is you have to be urgent about it before it's too late.
Yep.
So things feel comfortable and fine right now because the 2 scary guys are dead. But the scary guys are going to be alive by the time you get there if you push this lane out. But you could be there already and nobody would be there, and you'd fuck up the Oracle, the Centaur, and the Crystal Maiden, and you'd rax them and you'd just get out.
Yep, because, I mean, watch this right now. You need to have kind of like an internal clock. It's going to actually take you about 20 seconds to get from here to here based on your movement speed. So you need to actually just calculate, okay, by the time I'm to my team, Storm Spirit will be alive. And that's how you need to think about it. Because right now, like we're going to see, you're farming here. A fight's breaking out. We actually haven't even, we're on player perspective. You don't even look to see what's going on over here. You're focusing on the lane. So that's another mistake, because if you saw that this is happening, I'm sure that you would probably run over here. Your Bat Rider uses Lasso. This Oracle probably should die. He definitely would if your damage was here.
Damn. Yeah, that Centaur is really destroying your Void. He's really lucky he didn't die there.
Yep. He's going to die, though.
Void is alive.
You know, this guy should be dead. This guy should be dead, but instead he's disarming your Void. And that's because you're not there with Spirit Vessel and your damage and your silence. Your silence is so fucking important in this game.
Well,
oh my god.
You have double lasso. You can double lasso them with your ulti.
Yeah.
That's what you want to aim to do all game. Now it's too late. Now the fight is just awful because Void used Chrono, lasso's down.
Yeah. Coordination's all off. You have literally no mana.
Here's the thing. This is what happens where, like, you made a mistake and you just need to, like, get out. Like, there's no... You just fight again when you have lasso in your spells. You have an AK Goldie. You have no need to throw right here because this fight is happening. You just need to get out with the minimal casualties and you win the game still.
Yep.
What is that?
That was Double Edge, I think.
Shit, that looks cool.
That was cool. Yeah, so I just TP home right now. I would just
Richard's in.
Glimmer Cape and TP home. Watch this guy just mash somebody. Okay, so you're running away. I would TP. Just TP again.
Yeah, it's really important to save yourself on Grimstroke in a situation like this because you can outpush. Oh, and you do. Good. Yeah, that's good. I think you made a mistake in not being with your team, but I think ditching and just letting your team die is correct.
Yep. Unfortunately, your Viper doesn't have buyback, and so you lose the game. You know.
And then I'm assuming Void buys back and dies. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, shit happens.
And that's the unfortunate thing is that was perpetuated by one mistake that you made, not showing up to that fight. Because ditching Viper's the correct play there. I guess if you know that he has no buyback, you have to commit to save him.
Yep.
But it's like it didn't look good. You're probably going to lose there regardless. So it's just unfortunate that was a situation in which like one mistake lost you the game.
Yep. And sometimes that's just how pubs are. Sometimes you have like these suicidal teammates where you have to make the correct decision every single time, otherwise you lose. Like this is a game where you obviously had a pretty small margin of victory, and a couple of mistakes cost you that. So I agree. I think you played relatively well, except for that one moment at the end from what we saw. All right, let's do this next one.
Sure. Loeva L says, "Hi, and thanks for the awesome content and community you provide." Hey man, we don't provide the community. That's you guys. We are quite beginners, playing together, 2 to 4 stack, and having fun, trying to improve. I mainly play position 3 offline. Nice, that's what I do. Tide being my preferred choice. Working on last sitting, playing safe and not dying, trying to play as a team around our ultimates. From this match, it would be cool to have comments on balance as Tidehunter and being active and farming in the mid game. playing actively, initiating team fights around our ultimates, and itemization. Should I go Blink after Vlad's? What items would work in the specific match for our team? Can't call in this week, but feel free to rip us apart. Would love that. Cool. We'll rip you apart. I just let Kawa Danny know, too, that his replays third to last in the VOD, so he can find it. And I'll let Loeva and Coderad know as well after. Cool. So, all right, let's see. Let's check out the starting items for our boy here on Tide. Let's see.
Couple gloves, couple mangas, 6 tangas against Enigma, Wind Ranger.
Huh. Okay, I would say not bad. Not bad, probably.
You just cut this wave and just eat the creep between the towers.
Yeah, you cut the second wave, definitely. Like this is not a lane that you can I mean, you can actually destroy this lane, but it's way easier to do it when you have like level 2.
Yeah.
Here's a problem. Here's a problem that I have in this lane. I look at this lane and I see your items. And I'm thinking, oh, you should have Stout Shield, but you're Tide. The Stout Shield does not stack with Kraken Shell, so you do not get a Stout Shield. Yeah. So that's why you cut the lane and get level 2, and then you lane when you have Kraken Shell, and then all of a sudden these 2 heroes do literally nothing to you. Yeah. Like that's the problem. It's just that these 2 heroes can only beat you at level 1, and that's it.
Yep.
Once you're level 2, there's nothing they can do to you. You just anchor smash every single Eidolon spawn, and that's the unfortunate thing playing as Enigma is that your focus should be on the Eidolons, not on the heroes. You have to focus the Eidolons first, otherwise he'll out trade you, he'll out CS you.
Yep. And
he's just running them into you, which is great.
Yeah, and also I think to that end, you probably want to get boots early so you can chase them down and anchor smash them.
Yeah, true. Put the last hits and denies on if you don't mind. You better be, motherfucker. Quelling Blade, which is good. Quelling Blade, absolutely necessary as Tidehunter. It works with the anchor smash damage, including on the Eidolons, which is really nice. What I do right now is I start Quelling Blading the trees to the left because he's using those to hide the Eidolons.
Yep.
So you just cut those down, and all of a sudden he can't do that. Just constantly quelling trees. Whenever you're playing whenever like the enemy team has some sort of hero that's like right-clicking you from the trees, or summons that are right-clicking you from the trees, just fucking eat them. Yep. Just eat them. It's easy. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, I mean, you can even use a Tango every now and then to help get them down even faster. But yeah, I think that you should be running over and anchor smashing the Eidolons.
Hitting the Eidolons is incredibly important.
And they give you basically a full melee creep worth of gold, so...
Yep, and experience.
It's basically worth it to just take them instead of the melee creeps if you can.
Yeah, you'll see pro players like constantly just chasing Eidolons and killing them. Same thing goes for Treants. It's like, oh, why is he not killing the Nature's Prophet? Because you can't. Because if you trade with the... Like, you have to kill the Eidolons. And it fucks over the game of an Enigma or a Nature's Prophet so much if you kill their summons. Because if you kill one Eidolon, then it's not going to split into 2. So then there's just 4 Eidolons to deal with if they... Like, a lot of the time what happens is you'll kill one Eidolon and get another to half HP. And then all of a sudden the hero's useless.
Yep.
Also, I have a problem with... Well, I shouldn't word it like that. I have a problem with you. No, it's I definitely have noticed like a common problem in these replays is purchasing, using your gold on like home shop items, and you just have this net worth lead that you're acquiring in this lane by playing pretty well, and it's worthless. Like these items you don't have anything in your inventory. It's in your stash.
You should get a ring of protection and some boots.
I mean, you could even just save for like a chainmail. Or boots, or anything from the side shop, like stick, because they're spamming stuff in the lane. They're spamming the Eidolons, they're spamming the power shot. Definitely, you want that gold to exist in your inventory pre-4 minutes.
Yeah, you can get like 5 items before you ever have to use the courier.
Yes. Which is why a lot of the time when people are choosing items, they choose items that they can start with stuff from the home shop and then finish it from the side shop.
Yeah,
that's why you see people send Blades of Attack out as soon as possible, because then they can finish the phase boots in the side shop.
Yep.
Sometimes.
So that I mean, I guess I don't know how I feel about the 2 gauntlets of strength. Then it's okay, but at the same time, by the time you can actually get the courier to finish your bracers, they're probably not even worth it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Because like bracers are like exclusively laning items.
Yeah,
now,
unless you're a support, like you could basically just buy like 6 branches or something instead, you know?
Yeah, which a lot of people are doing actually. Like they're buying like 4 branches, 2 tangos, 1 salve. That's what they're starting with on like every hero.
Yeah,
because it's like then you just go crowns and build into like an Atos or something like that, or a drums, or any good item in Dota because they all build from crown.
yeah.
Yeah, look at the damage you do to those. You should be hunting those the entire time, I think.
Yeah, you just
it's free farm.
He just feeds you farm.
And then Enigma's worthless.
Okay, so let's skip ahead a little bit.
Wait. I want to go back to the bounties. I'm curious what happened with the bounties. Like, did you go for the bounties? Your heroes are insane at pushing out the lane. You should.
I'm pretty sure Bottle goes and just grabs both.
So you could kill Enigma, kill Windranger, then kill Enigma again, and all of his Eidolons, and it probably wouldn't give you as much gold as getting both of the bounties. So you guys just need to think about them as a team. Okay. So Caudle gets one of them, but Enigma gets the other. So essentially, Enigma in this lane where he's getting dumpstered just secured a kill for his team, more than a kill for his team.
Yeah,
that's 250 gold at this point.
That's an issue, actually. That's a big issue.
It's a huge issue.
You should
have both bounties in this lane.
Yeah.
If there's a Caudle or a Tidehunter, let alone both in your lane, you should get both bounties every time because you can push the lane so deep under their tower that the wave will fucking come out on your side of the map somehow.
Yeah.
Like, these heroes have so much push.
Yep. And the other team has only minimal D-push. In fact, they have anti-D-push because Enigma is pulling the wave back even farther constantly.
Yep. I would definitely look to go for level 5 point and Gush because these heroes are killable.
Yep. I agree. You should be able to just run them down, chase them under their tower.
And now is when you would start cutting the creep wave too, and just farming neutral camps as well as the creeps.
Yep. I also think it's a pretty big issue that you don't have boots yet 6 minutes into this game.
Yeah. You need that for like chasing and just dominating them in the lane. I'm sure the Enigma does not have boots at this point.
Nope. He has arcanes, actually.
Oh my god, he has arcanes? What the hell? How does that even happen?
Because he got the bounty run.
Oh, he did get the bounty run, yeah. Jesus, 6 minutes arcanes? He must have rushed it.
Yep.
Cut the wave.
A lot of damage.
Yeah.
I would probably pick up a... You need to buy your boots, man. It's actually giving me anxiety that you don't have boots yet. There we go. Boots and a stick. Way, way, way too late. But at least you have them.
Wave cutting is your play. You cut the wave.
Yep. That's it. Okay. So shove this one and go catch the next one.
The moment you're like level 2, you can actually consider cutting the wave. This hero takes virtually no damage from the creeps. It's really stupid.
Yep.
And then because Anchor Smash works on your base damage now, if you have a Quelling Blade, you just clear shit so quickly with it.
Yep. There. You also want to start every single fight with Gush because it amplifies your Anchor Smash damage. So I saw you Anchor Smash first, then Enigma ran away, then you gushed, and then you.
You want to use these creeps tanking the tower to get through the tower to cut the wave. Like that's. It seems like you're struggling to figure out when to get to the wave because there's like you have to actually push it in and then follow the creeps and let the enemy team. You have to trade off them getting free farm for like one wave to cut the wave. That's the problem.
Yep.
That's the thing, and I had to learn that with the creep cutting too. Is like, okay, what point do I do this? Because that means you have to like, if you push the wave into them and then you run through the wave.
Like right now, follow these creeps. Follow these
creeps. The creeps. Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, that means you can't deny them. But the trade-off is you're going to be able to cut the wave, and you'd be level 8 right now if you were cutting the wave earlier.
Yep. Okay, so rotating in, trying to get a kill off this Ember. Fortunately, doesn't work out.
No Ravage is definitely questionable.
At level 6, yeah, that is very questionable.
Anchor Smash scaling with your attack damage means that you don't really need high points in it.
So you go pull this. Okay. Fortunately, did you get the stack? I don't think you did. A little bit late. Also, you didn't even look at the bounty runes. This has been incredibly, incredibly static right now. Okay, you think about the bounty rooms 25 seconds after they've spawned and been picked up. Yeah, this is just one of those things where it feels like you need to be thinking a little bit more ahead.
Yeah.
Just like doing that check. Okay, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Am I doing something useful right now? Is this the most optimal use of my time?
Damn, now you actually can't lane here because you're too low.
Yep.
And they have a lead.
Yep.
Or they've had some free farm.
Farming that medium camp was incredibly
and TPing mid without Ravage and not cutting the wave. Like you've essentially set yourself behind.
Yeah.
That's what's happened in this game is like small decisions have set you behind, and now you can't outlane the Wind Ranger.
Yep. And actually, one of the things about Tide is that he's a hero that really he just wants to run in and soak up damage. And if he can't do that, he is fucking awful.
Oh, he's garbage.
He is really bad as a hero if he can't do that.
We hit the timer, by the way.
Cool. Well, I think that's a good place to end this one.
Yeah, I really want to emphasize the creep cutting. I think that's a huge room for improvement for you. Is the creep cutting and bounties? Like you should not lose any bounties ever with a lane like that.
Agreed.
Okay, Code Rad, position 5, Shadow Shaman. During this game, I was thrown off because we were tri-laning, which is rare at my rank. Since other support did pulling, I wasn't sure what to do with myself as the situation was new to me. My question is regards warding. I feel like my early game wards stay for full duration, but any wards I started placing later in the game, 30 to 40 minute mark, would get instantly dewarded. How do I place my wards less obvious? Okay,
Smoke.
So we can look at the tri-lane, and then we can look at the warding.
Sure.
And I will start the time once you load in, and then this is the last one.
Good stuff. Only a 3-hour stream today.
Hey, that's better than like 4 hours.
It is.
Totally because when we do 4 hours, we repeat the same tangents. We just keep tangenting and repeating. So yeah. It's just redundant information. You just get the same information but quicker. All right, I started it.
Okay, cool. You want to go back to the very first creep wave?
Sure.
All right. They're against the Legion.
All right, so if this guy gets like a single wave under his tower, he wins, basically, because you're tri-laning a single hero. That's just how it works. That's how it used to work in the old meta. That's how it's working. Keep trading with him. What is he doing? He can't trade with you.
And now he can't approach the creep wave. This is great.
Yeah, you just keep standing here.
Does he have a salve? He does not have a salve. Yeah, you absolutely do not let him approach the creep.
Stand to the right.
Oh, you're walking and taking the creeps. You're gonna pull the creeps. This is so bad.
You just go to the right. You just got to go to the right, man. I just coached somebody who the only difference between his Nature's Prophet play and my Nature's Prophet play was I stand to the right when that happens.
Oh my god! Now you're pulling a range creep, so it's literally gonna fuck the lane.
Oh, and you're hitting it too. All right, you just lost the lane with that single play.
Yep. Now it's pushed into.
All you need to do, run to the right, and then the creep equilibrium is nowhere near this guy's tower. He has no game, and then they fucking lose. Oh boy, this is so good for him. Look at the double wave. That is so juicy. As well, his name is Scat because his play is shit, and he's getting spoon-fed
a bunch of gold.
A bunch of gold and XP. 1v3 because you stood not to the right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. We're done with this laning stage.
Legitimately, this is
legit over.
You actually can't recover from this because now he's going to be able to overwhelming odds and just like do Legion Commander stuff.
Oh my god, look at the creeps he's getting solo. Dude, this guy's like a mid laner.
How happy are you right now as an off laner?
Oh, I'm like preparing my cock to jerk off to this replay later tonight. I'm lubing up. I'm getting the KY jelly ready. Oh boy. I'm being obscene. I'm sorry.
You're being very obscene.
You know what?
We're demonetized for sure.
Well, whatever. I don't have a YouTube career anyway.
It's
all you.
So now what? 20 minutes?
You're done. You just stop. Yeah, laning phase over. Legion far too strong. Let's look at the warding. He wanted to look at 30 to 40 minutes wards.
Okay, cool. Go to 30, 40 minutes then. 33 minutes. How about that? So he's got 3 wards and 6 sentries right now.
Not bad. Probably your Dazzle's not playing as a 5, I would imagine. He's probably got like a Necro book. And yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Pretty... It's funny, I'm just able to predict what like ridiculous players would do. Okay, so...
Number 1, sentry first. Always sentry first if you're going to place a ward here.
There's one up top, but yeah, I think you can drop one like down low.
You have 6 sentries. Just fucking place them everywhere, man. You've got Ricky's. You want to be placing pairs, so I do like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But against Invis heroes, it's really important to place ward pairs and not just place observer wards because they basically are useless.
Yep. I would say like this just looks like a situation where you probably need to smoke to ward.
Yeah.
You can smoke with your team and go for a kill, and as you're doing that, place the wards. You can smoke by yourself and place the wards. You can even just shove out the top lane by yourself and just ward when the lane is pushed out, or shove out the bot lane by yourself.
Yeah. Also, you're placing all these wards in extremely generic places. This ward is going to get dewarded like almost 100% of the time. This ward is going to get dewarded almost 100% of the time. If you take this ward and you move it to here, it's going to get dewarded like 15% of the time. If you take this ward and you move it to like right here, 15% of the time. Right here,
that's
fucking
that's
amazing.
That's like a 7% deward ward, the one where you just showed.
This one, literally
Both
0.
of those.
Literally
Both of
0 will that get dewarded.
Yeah. I've never seen that get dewarded before.
Yeah. So yeah, just like if you see a place that you want to cover with a ward, think about the fact that how common is that ward? And if it's really common, then move it maybe like 500 to 1,000 units in a different direction that provides you essentially the same vision, and place that ward.
And a lot of the time, people will need to walk through an area to get to another one. So you can know if people are on the shrine by just warding the outskirts of the shrine.
Exactly.
You won't see them on the shrine, but you'll know they're there. And that's the reason that you're warding in the first place. So
yep,
it's good. And river wards, like those get dewarded 100% of the time.
Yeah, all the time.
That's why people literally place them in the actual river now.
Yeah.
The river cliff wards are just awful.
Yeah, this one dewarded all the time. This one dewarded all the time. These 2 places will be dewarded 100% of the time when people go to Roche. So you have to place them somewhere else. And again, take this ward and you literally move it right here. Never going to get dewarded. You take this ward and you move it. I mean, to be honest, people don't deward this very often in the mid and late game. They're usually dewarding over here. So you can just place it right in the lane.
Yeah, lane wards are always good.
Yep. And then aside from that, yeah, I think that you should go on a smoke mission anytime you have a big stack of wards.
You can also just suicide down a lane. That's fine. That's fine. Super fine on Shaman.
Yep. Against a Ricky, it's not quite as fine because you don't want to feed him.
Yeah, you can place sentries. You can place sentries.
Sure.
In the lane that you're standing in. I mean, you have 6 of them, so may as well.
Yeah, but I mean that's basically all it comes to when it comes to warding. All you really have to do is just put yourself in their support shoes. And most supports are extremely lazy, so they're just going to deward here. They're going to deward here. They're going to deward here. They're going to deward all of the eye spots, and that's basically it. And they may not even deward all of those, but if they're not dewarding all of these extremely obvious spots, then they're absolutely not going to deward anything that's slightly not obvious.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it generally gives you good vision, if not better.
Yeah.
Than spots. People smoke on these like weird ward spots. People like
all the time
reveal items on these ward spots and stuff. Like you'll see, oh, this guy's a BKB now. Okay, this guy's a blink now.
Yep.
On these spots.
Yeah. Let me put it even more simple terms. Anywhere that the battle pass is suggesting that you ward, you should not ward.
Don't ward there.
Yeah. You should not
Agreed.
ward there. You should deward there every single time, but you should not ward there yourself.
I think in like low bracket you should deward there, but in high bracket, like nobody will ward there.
Yeah.
Nobody wards on the eye spots. It's awful.
Yeah. Okay, so that pretty much covers everything, I think.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes left, but I seriously think like I wasn't trying to rush through the laning stage. It's just
it was that one move.
In a tri lane, I can tell you it's literally that simple as a tri lane versus a solo laner. it's that snowbally.
Yep.
Because he should have a single wave.
And then the fact that nobody pulled the wave back made it even worse. Like,
I mean, even you give a Legion level 2 and you're done. Like, Legion can go jungle and shit, and she can lane, she can cut the. You can't even give a level 2 in my opinion. You'd get kicked off a pro team for doing that. Like, that would disband a pro team if a safe lane gave a solo laner XP at all. Especially with a Dazzle Chaos Knight Shaman. Like, those are the 3 like hardest kill heroes in goddamn Dota. So
yeah, agreed. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I guess it kind of comes down to that quite a bit, and then just the fact that you guys don't have any vision because you're placing super obvious wards, which is making it very hard for you to do stuff. Everybody's very farmed, and then your CK is not very farmed because he's a slow as fuck hero at farming, and he doesn't.
Oh my god, he has an Abyssal Blade? That does not make any sense on Chaos Knight. That makes 0 sense.
Yeah. Anyway,
what is this?
This one's over. And with that,
done!
replay review is over in under 4 hours. We're gonna try and get it down even shorter next time, I think.
We did it.
Thanks as always to all of our patrons for support. VOD will be up on Patreon for you guys to watch. And if you'd like to be in next week's replay review, you know where to find it. Patreon.com/Dota Alchemy. Good luck in your games, guys, and have a nice evening, day, or whatever it is.
You're all beautiful.